Kristen Foxen is on fire. She continued her hot 2025 with her first U.S. Poker Open title, defeating a tough final table, including two-time series champion David Peters. Today, Peters is back, and he's got legends in his way. This is a final table not to be missed. And with that, we welcome you back to Las Vegas, Nevada for continuing coverage of the U.S. Poker Open. It is the final table of event number 2, a $10,000 buy-in taking place at the PokerGO Studio at ARIA Resort and Casino. And that is where we have a star-studded final table. Jeff Platt alongside Brent Hanks. Brent, David Peters, Nick Schulman, Erik Seidel. Combined tournament earnings in that picture of more than $117 million.
One of the two in the Hall of Fame, Seidel to the very right of your screen. Schulman's getting in this year. David Peters, his time will come. Three of the best to ever play the game.
Schulman and Peters, the shorter stacks as we look at this leaderboard presented by Global Poker. Nacho Barbero is in fourth. Kazome Furuse in third, and our chip leader is that man right there. Brent, it's Erik. Blair, a two-time winner at this year's PokerGO Cup.
Big Vegas, that's what he's known by. He's riding the heater. He can play ball. Quiet assassin type at the table.
He is. A look at the series standings. Kristen Foxen on top after her win in event number 1. She will not keep pole position. Somebody here will overtake her. 275 points for a first place finisher.
Let's get to work right away, shall we? Big Vegas.
Opens here to 160,000, 40K, 80K, and 80K big blind ante. Seidel, the oh so pretty Jack 10 suited.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah, must see 3. He might flop a royal.
Zero to the royal. Open ender. All diamond flop. No diamond in either player's hand.
It's treacherous texture for Big Vegas. Blair, obviously a swing and a miss and a whiff, but he's got all the chips. He's got the advantage of being able to continue on this type of board. He's hoping to get this one through. Can't imagine a world in which Seidel just folds the open ender. It doesn't help, though, that it's all diamonds. You might think that a couple of your outs are removed, but how about this? He says, you know what? Let's just check raise it.
It makes it 400K, and it's a good start for the Poker Hall of Famer, the 10-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner, Erik Seidel. It's his 13th career U.S. Poker Open cash, looking for his 3rd tournament title at the USPO as we look at the payouts. Brought to you by Octopi. Final 6 guaranteed, $54,000, about a 16K pay jump to kick things off. Quite the first place prize of more than 275K.
We ought to make it a rule right now that Nacho Barbero always has a seat at a final table. He can just buy in directly, charge him 150K, take a seat.
Nacho, the showman, the entertainer, and the raiser here up to 160. Queen 7 off for Blair in the big.
Very tense atmosphere here early, not a single word spoken.
So pretty.
Until now.
Thank you.
Thinking of diamonds? Spades.
$40K, $80K, $80K, 40-minute levels for the rest of this tournament.
We got a little taste of Schulman there.
Yeah.
His impersonation
Doing the Nacho.
of Nacho is flawless.
It's great.
More of that, please, Nicholas.
Negrani's got a pretty good Nacho Barbero impression also. Daniel finished in 15th in this event.
Daniel had all the chips early. That's seemingly what he does. And then deep, it crumbles.
Filio, gracias.
Frustrating.
Suerte hoy. Still low cocktails, okay.
There's one
Maybe
for
better.
Furuse.
Maybe I get too excited with another coffee.
He's cashed in the first
Imagine.
2 events.
Imagine what we
I can't imagine you much more excited.
Finished in 16th
No, bro,
in
this is
event
Good
1.
energy. I like the energy.
Bro, this is very low energy. You should see when me and Patrick goes at the, like, when we sit down at the first table of the day, Patrick Antonius and me, because he's so slow, bro, and he's like, his energy is so, and my energy is so high, and I was like, he goes like, how do you do it? Well, what do you, where do you get this energy from?
Nacho and Antonius have spent their fair share, number of hours inside Bobby's room playing mixed games over the last few years.
All in?
Blind versus blind. Peters jams for about 9 bigs. Furuse with the ace-5.
Furuse has a qualifier, ace high against these 9 bigs. He's oftentimes out in front, and he is here.
Does make the call, and here we
It's a slow
go.
roll. Oh, really?
David
Wow.
Peters trying to avoid
I'm
back-to-back
scared
6th place
for you.
finishes to start this
I'm scared
series.
for you. This is not how you do it.
Yeah, not against David Peters at the USPL. But let's see. Furuse's ace-5 holds up. King in the window, but an ace behind it as it comes ace-king-3, and Peters still looks for a king or an 8. See the grayed out 8 and king top of your screen. Those 2 cards have been folded already. So 5 outs really turns to 3. Turn is a jack. He'll need one of those 3 on the river to stay alive. 2-time series champion cannot get lucky.
Playing with you.
And it's 6th place in event 1, 6th place in event 2 for David Peters.
That's back-to-back final tables to
Wow,
kick
I
things
thought you
off,
were
but
gonna
it's
lose this
frustrating when you can't finish top 3.
Yeah,
These
about
points are
50
so
for you.
critical for the player of
Yeah,
the
you just
series
win them all,
race.
it's easy.
See if we'll see David Peters again.
I can only speak a little English.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, I
his
see that. Don't worry.
17th U.S. Poker Open cash, second only to Stephen Chidwick.
Arigato.
No. Perfect.
Mase.
Furuse said he came to the PokerGO Studio to play with the great players that he's watched throughout the years, and of course David Peters at the top of that list.
I just love the arrival of the Japanese wave of players that have made their way to the studio. And not just here inside the PokerGO Studio, but worldwide.
Francisquito, mi hermano. Hola, hermano. Mi otro hermano.
His other brother somewhere in the crowd. That's just me translating, don't mean to brag.
I didn't know you could speak any other language.
Estudié español en mi escuela.
Are you fluent in Espanol?
No, but I can pick up little things here and there.
I know what cerveza is.
Yeah, I'm sure you do, yeah. And tequila?
Oh, I didn't realize that was a Spanish word. Just thought it was American.
Painful. Painful fall.
All right, players, if you're signed up for today's event, come on over and draw on the Facebook, please.
Here we go, Paul.
Yep. Give Paul
What's the
some
bigger
time.
bet? What's your biggest bet?
Me?
Yeah.
In the Masters?
Yeah.
Not that big. I have some 5,000 futures.
Okay, which one? What's the biggest
I
one?
have like 6 guys.
Oh, 6.
Schulman, one of
Yeah,
4 to have
nice.
cashed at the USPO every year.
Victoria.
I want to hear more about these
Yep, I was
Masters
waiting,
bets.
I was
Yeah, give
waiting
us
for the names.
Some names for crying out loud.
Can jump on them late.
How much you have?
I have one. 1.32 total.
Case 4 off for Nacho.
16 and a half big blind.
Schulman now the shortest stack. Blind versus blind.
All in?
All in.
There is the jam. Schulman squeezing the king 6 suited.
Aye, aye. Tough spot. He is the shortest stack. No, we can be ahead of Nacho.
Pretty good hand. Really good hand.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Better than that?
I had king high. I mean. Wow.
I didn't love my shove, to be honest with you, but I have to. What? Come on, bro. Not like this.
Not like this, says Nacho.
You,
He and Schulman
you work for him?
right next to each other, by the way, on the all-time money list.
Take it. Take it like a man. 16 and a half. Wow. That was very close.
Good shove. 6 shove, Nacho. Found it, bro.
I wasn't very thrilled about it.
3.
Something around that area.
160.
He made a lot of trades, my hand.
Now king jack for Schulman. In the small blind, off about 15 bigs into the muck. Seidel defense with 2 sevens. Blair gets the best of this flop as it comes queen 9-6.
King 9.
King 6. Suited.
Leading up to the final
call king
table,
10.
Blair has been quite used to hitting flops and being in
And then off
favorable
is the bottom.
scenarios. He was involved in a 3-way all-in
King 9, you fall.
towards the later part of the evening. Where his kings held against
Tough one.
What's the
ace
tough one?
king,
It's a tough one.
and I
I'm not
believe
showing
2
Too many
jacks.
kings that you're dominated. I will limp.
Well,
10, 9,
there was one hand where
no pocket pair.
it was the 4-way all-in and the triple KO.
King
Yeah.
7
Did have
suited.
kings there against Coleman's ace king, Coffee's queen
I
jack, and
definitely shove king
Ifu
7 suited. Try to make you
Hayes
fall
ace
some kings.
8. As we remind y'all to check out Octopi and to secure 33% off this upcoming year's annual subscription prices, octopipoker.ai.now. You want to have fun studying the game? Take it all in with Octopi. You can put yourself in these real-time PGT final table scenarios and drill. It's awesome. I
I'm not
highly
fucking
encourage you.
folding
Check it
that.
out. So we welcome you all joining us across our various platforms, Pluto, Sling,
I'm not
YouTube,
fucking folding
TV,
3 bases, buddy.
PokerGO,
If you
and
have Jack
YouTube.
10,
We're
you
in the
have Jack
chat.
10.
Thanks for saying
Sure.
hi.
I found
Thanks
a
for
way to
being
botch that all-in, by the way, from Blair. It was a
Sounds
4-way
pretty
all-in,
insane.
as you
You heard
pointed
that?
out. Nobody had jacks.
Right.
It was the queen and the jack. Either way, it's always nice to eliminate 3 players in one hand.
That is true.
Typically going to end up at a final table.
Boom. What? Oh, Freiburg. Why you aim at Frankfurt? Oh, yeah, I bet 5K and 2K draw no bet. I told you. You bet it? Okay, bro, I was watching the game. I was like, but I didn't want to bet it, but I was at the gym. I didn't bet. Lazio. Oh, they play good. I never watched them. There was like, bro, they were putting a beating on Lazio. I bet Rangers. I don't love that bet though, but
I don't like Rangers bias on what
it's too much, bro. Draw on Rangers at home. We have some good news.
5 players.
Nachito
left.
might be happy. Some good soccer news.
Nacho's firing the sports bets across the world. Soccer.
The Rangers, I heard, were involved. Is that baseball
Well,
or hockey?
I thought it
and
might be
then
baseball,
soccer?
and then he mentioned the draw part of it, and
Fault.
What?
it is 0-0 Rangers and Athletic Club.
What is that
I
American?
really want to get like a water
Scottish?
or something, but it's
Scottish
impossible here. You guys have extra there? No, right?
You could tell me
John,
it was
can
going to
you
be
call
a
a
guaranteed
server?
winner, and I still wouldn't bet it.
Thank you.
You would bet.
Call.
Furuse gives Blair the Matumbo.
Sizable Matumbo as well. Blind on blind. Blair just trying to sneak in a little limperoo. Furuse, 350,000 to go.
Winner. Furuse had a couple of cashes at the Triton series in Jeju a couple months ago, or about last month, I guess. Needs a 4th place finisher, better here for his best career score. Leaderboard brought to you by Global Poker. Pretty tight at the top between Blair, Seidel, and Furuse. Then a bit of a fall off before we find Nacho in 4th. Nick Schulman is the shortest stack, a 27K pay jump from 5th to 4th. 6 players cashed in the first 2 events of this series. Francis Anderson, Patrick Leonard, David Peters, and Furuse, Seidel, and Blair.
Okay, Nacho. Jack 10 off in the big blind. I'd like to just knuckle C3. Yeah, there it is. Little tap of the table. Nice and calm and peaceful for now.
7-3 deuce. Top pair for Furuse.
He hates giving up on pots. It pained him to fold. Jeff, I can't help but notice you've got some little beef going on in the chat here on our YouTube channel. What's going on here?
No beef, no beef. Brian had just recommended that we mention the start time for our stream for the next show, which we do that.
Dealers, you should be shuffling your deck now. Get ready to go.
I don't know.
But
it
he
seems
said you
to me
should put
that
it at the
maybe
very end, but we have to record a lot of stuff for TV, and so
Did you
to
fail to
avoid
mention the
redoing it.
start time yesterday?
I mentioned it plenty, but not at the very end of the
I would
show.
also suggest, Brian, in the YouTube chat, thanks, by the way, for tuning
thanks
in.
for
Make sure you
watching.
click that thumbs up and subscribe. By the way, if you do subscribe, you'll get a notification
Yeah.
prior to this going live. Also, maybe just, I don't know, follow us on social media. Head over
That
to
helps.
pgt.com. Everything is posted, scheduled, crystal clear.
Also, to make it easy for y'all, we're on at the same time every day.
Every day, except for maybe the last event,
Yeah.
but that'll be TBD. And I'm sure Jeff will fail to announce that.
Probably so. Oh, I appreciate that, Brian. You guys have a strong product. I'd like to see more viewers for you guys. Thank you.
We'll take it.
Thank you, Brian.
I almost folded.
Top 40 qualify for our PGT Championship, the $1 million prize pool. Higher you finish on the leaderboard, the more chips you get to start with. Nick Schulman can take the top spot on the PGT if he finishes first or second, unless it's second place to Erik Blair, who becomes first on the PGT leaderboard with a win. PGT Player of the Year earns $50,000.
I would pay $50,000 for that hat. Is that the
It's a
greatest
nice
hat
That is a sick hat.
in the game right now? The Las Vegas Country
good
Club,
one.
1967. He's got the rope, a little bit of the faded navy / smoky gray coloration. I'm in love with that hat.
Nacho mixing in the 3-bet with the ace-9 off. To 375. Looks pretty strong,
It
I'm
looks-
sure, to Blair.
Yeah, it's very small sizing too, just 375. I would imagine the intent is to 3-bet and fold, but
Yeah, that is nice.
very effective, clever by Nacho.
Tournament dealers, you are going to now high card for your home
Tournament
bar.
Director Paul Campbell getting event number 3 started.
Same thing as yesterday, players.
Should only take him about 6 minutes or so on the mic.
It's a lot easier to enjoy that event. When there's multiple seats at the table, do everything you can, and now we're having to play handle today. So each here, the play witnesses go to 7.
I haven't been able to make out a word so
Yeah.
far from Paul.
Blinds are 500, 1,000, 1,000.
Got that.
Tournament dealers, go ahead and get them in the air.
There we go.
All right, cards in the air.
Cards in the air.
Event number 3.
Event number 3.
So easy. You make it look so easy, bro.
You make it look easy, my man. Pretty little 3-bet, gets right through. You know?
Smooth.
Then he tells you how
just
easy it is.
Yeah, that's even
Right after, you know, he's a sick fuck. Like, you're a sick
think
guy
I don't-
with the
yeah.
needles. So easy. You just 3-bet him the hand before.
I'm in 3-bet, man.
Man,
I had it, bro.
you make it look so easy, my man.
Chip denominations presented
Remember
by
that pot I
Splash
stole
Sports.
from you, my man?
Wow. Come on, Nick, do some imitation, bro. You a little bit. Here's a peek.
How can I out, you know, you're here. You know what I mean?
It's me and my double.
Yeah, but you're the real thing.
Seidel opens with
Scotty's
eights.
on the-
Furuse, King
on
3
the-
suited.
What is he, 3 under or 4?
I think 4, but now he's in. He's under the trees.
No, that's Rom.
Oh, that's right.
What's wrong at?
I can see
Plus
half
one.
of. I can see half of the screen only.
Ace 9-3. And Furuse will face a 200K bet. Winner.
Wow, I sort of
The legend
expected
takes
at
it.
least a call there. Peel, think that the 3 and the
The
king
legend
are
itself.
clean out.
I started playing poker because of you.
You're the big legend here, Nacho.
You're the legend.
The legend.
The legend.
I have a problem to
Legend.
pronounce those.
Tournament format brought to you by
G
Card
isn't like so
Player.
much
10K buy-in.
legend. No, it's nice.
30-minute levels at the
You
beginning,
are
and
the
then they shift
legend,
to
my
the
man.
40. Play at the PGT shot clock.
I like that. It's
You sound better than me, bro.
yeah.
You practice on the mirror or something?
Yeah, well, you know, it depends.
How did you study it? Because you were making fun of one of your golf friends, right? He sounded like me.
I don't think so.
$160? Sure.
Nacho
Okay,
in
my
there.
man. Let them collide. Now both talk to each other throughout the
Yeah,
pot.
please. Well, might not be much of a pot.
Come on. Start chatting, fellas. Let them have it, Nacho.
I have to make it official, right? Or that's a fault?
Better.
Okay.
How much was it? 140. Good hand, bro. 5 high. No backdoor, nothing.
Global Poker hosting a U.S. Poker Open series of its own, running now through the 20th. Compete for big prizes and that 5K prize package for the trip to Vegas. Mystery bounties, progressive bounties, turbos, deep stacks. Play the U.S. Poker Open at globalpoker.com. F5er in the chat. So how's your guys' success in poker? I'm up $40 in online poker, so probably better than the commentators. Ouch.
Thanks.
Well, he's not wrong.
He's true. Yeah.
Yeah. What is this?
Sure.
From
Here
Scotty
we go again, my man.
Chips, $10
lit?
donation.
Wow.
I
The
haven't
recent
looked yet.
high stakes lineup is gin. Congrats, boy, is it ever.
Nice. It's a great
Don't make me
Great
look,
lineup,
Nacho.
great show.
You've never watched an episode, Jeff.
I've watched it before. It's a great show. Thank you for the $10. Not sure where it goes, but much appreciated.
Genuinely
240?
is one of the greatest seasons all time for high stakes poker, and you haven't watched.
I watch.
You have not watched a grand total of more than 15 minutes of this entire season. Yes, true or false?
15 minutes.
15
yeah,
minutes,
Yeah,
yeah.
probably true.
Right.
Yeah. I watch Keating's vlog.
Yeah.
Good
Which
show.
is outstanding, by the way.
Yeah. Which is great. Blind versus blind. Nacho makes it 240.
Oh.
Schulman makes the
hello.
call, and it comes 6-5-4, delivering the open ender to Schulman and top 2 to Nacho.
Inevitable collision. Little trap now from Nacho. The Schulman sense that this could be happening. Just never know with Nacho. He would posture and pause with or without good hands. This time it's working. The trap is being set. Nacho does anything outside of just call, Schulman's going to be quite annoyed. He may not be able to get to the river with this open ender.
Does just call.
All right.
Turn is the king of hearts. Both take a sip of their beverage.
They did. Lengthy
Before
pause,
proceeding.
decision, and then a little sip of the beverage, as you pointed out. All of these antics by Nacho, by the way, this makes the turn spot a little confusing for Schulman. Does knuckle back, takes the equity. Let's see the river.
And that river is the 9 of hearts. The straight does not come in. $840K in the pot. See in the bottom right corner of your screen.
10 seconds.
Very likely Nacho truly doesn't know how many chips are in the middle of the pot. He's figuring it all out right here, right now. It's okay, my friend. 840. Schulman, 1.1. He's going to bet. Matter of how much.
900.
Uh-huh.
Goes big. And that will take any options away from Schulman. Another one for Nacho
Good check, Nick.
Barbero.
Good check.
You had
Smart
something?
man.
You had something on the turn? Or no?
Maybe I had something on the flop.
Maybe you did. I mean,
Needs to build on his PGT
Smart
result.
man.
you guys make a lot of hands.
Couple cashes.
I
of
did
the
make a
PLOs
big
here.
hand on
know.
the flop.
Don't
You
ever
got-
run like me, Nacho.
You're too good, bro. Imagine if you also ran good, bro. What can we do? We're doomed.
Sort of agree with Nacho, by the way. If Schulman actually
Can you
just
stop
runs
asking
good,
me for
Yeah,
that,
it's
please?
over.
everyone's dead.
Can we get a new dealer?
Well, Jeff, you and I touched on this yesterday regarding your favorite types of movies. 3 elements, I believe you said, must be included. That is death,
Yeah.
action, and suspense.
For shows also, but yeah, shows and
And
movies.
I brought up one actor in particular that checks all the boxes. That would be Steven Seagal.
Great actor.
Today happens to be Steven Seagal's birthday, so we can all celebrate that together
Happy
right here.
birthday to Steven Seagal.
Right now, yes.
Absolute legend, much like this man, Erik Seidel.
A lot of suspense, drama, action. Not so much death.
280.
Seidel kills his opponents.
In the figurative sense,
Yeah.
Jeff. You need to
Snap
clarify these days. It's 2025.
Yeah, that's true.
Careful with your words.
That's true. Murdered that flop, ace 10-3 with 2 diamonds.
Oh, we have a homicide on our hands.
Yes, we do.
Snapfall.
Snap call, snap call.
Seidel rocking the
La
Larson
Leyenda,
hat.
take
We
it
saw
down.
at the PokerGO Cup, the fish market at Martha's Vineyard, I believe.
Hey,
Never-
you play cash too?
Did quite get to the bottom of that, whoever Martha
You play a lot of
is,
cash?
where the vineyard is located.
nothing?
I do
Nothing.
love wine.
0.
Seidel
Yeah.
looks to move into 4th on this list. His 3rd USPO tournament title. Won event number 1, the 5K last year, and won a 25K in 2022. Two 4s for Schulman
Yeah.
in the cutoff.
Off 12 bigs. Very tough hand to play
Calling.
post. He's just going to grip and rip.
How much?
And 2
Uh-oh.
6s for Erik Blair, who has asked for a count.
1,020,000.
Essentially
1,020,000.
a third
That's right.
of Blair's stack.
1,020,000.
Call.
Makes the call. Furuse
Snap call.
out of the way, and Schulman is in some trouble. He does find a way, he'd be up to almost 30 bigs.
In a lot of trouble with those 4s. Some players would consider folding 5s and 6s, making that shove of 4 so good, but not Big Vegas.
King 7-7. Could get to a chop. But for now, needing a 4.
Wow.
Turn is a 5.
Side of clubs. 50-50 you have.
A little less than 50-50 here. Needing a 4.
Good luck.
Not seeing it on the river.
Yeah, no.
Good game to Nick Schulman. Out in 5th. A little more than 70K, 70 points in the race for the Golden Eagle. He is still super live 4.
Not thrilled with the results. 70 dimes, 5th place. He came here to win.
So you make it look so easy, bro.
There he is again.
So fucking easy.
Here he
So
is.
fucking easy. He doesn't do anything with the pot. He calls it 6s to 4s.
There
What a
we go.
life, bro. Fuck. I wish I could do it like that, bro. I have to fucking fight for it.
Fight for every chip, right?
Fight for everything.
I see you fighting. Believe me, I see it.
Crypto's down. We need to make money, guys. Okay.
Then there were 4.
Nacho's a big crypto guy.
I just want to run like Chestilonis.
160.
160.
I would have never assumed that, by the way.
I feel like I would have.
Is
Just
there
needs
like a
the
Nacho
action.
coin out there?
Oh,
you know?
yeah, I'd be
Those
in.
meme coins, a little Nacho coin.
I'd be in. King 10-5, 2 diamonds, 1 club, pair of 10s, and the backdoor flush draw for
240.
Barbero, Broadway draw, 3 to the Royal for Blair, who bets 240. Barbero check calls. And turns to pair.
Some guys can just do it. Nacho's one of them. Now up to Blair. Just ace queen high. If we bet again, we're trying to target
550.
some sort of 10x holding. Of course, we're not trying to bluff 10s and deuces.
Right. Does bet 550K.
This kind of texture, the line taken by Blair does suggest that maybe he could have a king. Nacho maybe dialing up a raise of the all-in variety.
All in.
Yeah, you said it. There is that jam. He draws the snap fold, and here comes Nacho Barbero.
Wow, sure, fucking just called.
What do you have? King?
Erik, I'm gonna need 4 hands.
What?
My favorite thing to ask. 4 hands left.
4 hands left in the level,
Fine
4
time, man.
players left in this tournament.
4 hands left of this left is 4 hands.
Is that the maximum number of hands?
That's the max.
I believe it is.
Vulnerable hand.
Yeah. I could have checked it.
You probably had a lot of equity, so maybe it's good.
About times, but
No?
yeah.
What was
160.
Who is that?
What's going on out there? Donnie Peters, are you with us in the chat? We need an update. What was all that violence out in the studio?
Goodness me. Seidel defends, flops a 7.
That sounded a lot more than just a selfie stick
much I
being
have?
smashed.
Violence.
3. 3.3. Oh, yeah, 3.3.
150.
Little left.
Get it all out.
Suck it dry.
Aces and 10s.
3 pairs. Rory said
in need
to
of
a
a
good
refill.
start, -2. Do you bet him?
No.
No. That's my biggest bet. Him or Morikawa, my 2 biggest bet.
Well, I got bad news on the Morikawa front, which
Morikawa
you're
is
about
so
to find
smooth.
out.
Yeah, he's great.
He's so
Kind of
good.
tumbled late.
You saw the
He
eagle?
did?
Yeah.
You were watching it?
Yeah, I'm 13.
They're talking after Morikawa eagle to go to 3 under, and they're about to see Morikawa bogey 3 of his last 4. I'm sure Nacho will be thrilled. Who was the other guy he said he had? Any of y'all in the chat catch that? He said somebody and then Morikawa.
Yeah, he had Nick Dunlap.
So, did you just pick the last place guy?
He's 18 over par. My guy Tony Finau didn't exactly blow it up today either. 3 over.
No, but your guy Corey Connors is very in the mix.
What about Akshay?
Akshay has fallen off a bit, which is a great disappointment to us all.
Man, it was 2 under through 3 holes.
He is 1 over. Doesn't seem fair. Seidel getting after it with the 6-5 suited.
Here we go, Seidel, sizable 2 out of the small blind. Putting that chip lead to use right away. What a legend.
Says, welcome to the studio,
Nice one, Erik.
Mr. Furuse.
La leyenda. How much you playing, Erik?
Me?
Yeah, more or less.
Sung JM is 1 under par at the Masters.
You're damn right he is.
You have me covered?
I don't know. A little over 3, I guess.
How much?
Over 3.
Scan that QR
No,
code
way
and
more
just
than that.
win
Oh,
a seed
over
into our
4.
PGT championship.
Yeah, get in the game. Just get it now.
Wow, wow. Is that allowed?
Over
That's,
4.
that's not allowed, guys.
Over 4 is over 3, too.
That's not allowed.
160.
That's not allowed, Erik. That's not allowed to lie about your chips. Can we get a penalty, Paul?
Not just a treat.
Nah, it's okay. We have breakfast together every day. We are the only ones in Triton awake at 7 a.m. in the morning, every single day. Jet lag as fuck. Last hand? Say 7 minutes, sir. Oh no, it's another clock.
There's a break there, right?
Yeah, that was great. They're going to color up.
We see the
It's a
soccer
break. You
bets.
guys have played like 40 minutes.
Really?
We won't go to
Like
break.
that.
They're
How much
Don't worry
exhausted.
about it.
1.5.
2 million 8.
280?
280 pounds.
Break?
No break for us. 4 players remain at event number 2 of the U.S. Poker Open. Leaderboard presented by Global Poker, the Poker Hall of Famer, Erik Seidel in first. Nacho Barbero in second, Erik Blair third. Furuse is in fourth. A lot of ball game left.
It's nobody short. Everyone's got chips. Oh, I thought it was whisper time for us.
No. We're back. Payouts time presented by Octopi Poker. Final 4 guaranteed $97,200. 27K pay jump from 4th to 3rd. Up top more than 275K. $50K, 100K with a 100,000 big blind ante.
You think Seidel's ever played golf?
Ever?
'Tis the season for the Masters.
I
you know,
imagine he's gotten out there before.
I'm picturing him right now out on the course,
Yeah.
ripping the driver.
Nice.
I guarantee he's a great putter.
For sure. Great temperament, too.
Wouldn't it be awesome, though, if he just erupted on the course? That he just melts
That
down,
was where he just lost
smashes
his
club,
mind.
breaks a club over his leg. Speaking of golfers, this guy, Big Vegas, Erik Blair, he is a very good player. Gonna pounce on the Seidel limp, shoots it up to 350K with ace-10. Seidel in a lot of trouble, what we can see, and just gets out with 10-6 suited. Spidey senses for Seidel. Blizzy, 3.6 million career earnings. That number will continue to go up. He is playing more and more bigger and bigger buy-ins. Has become a staple inside the studio for the last 6 months or so.
Helps when you win twice at the PokerGO Cup.
He's a grinder, by the way. The name never comes up, so players without a World Series of Poker bracelet, he's one of them. He does not have one, and for the number of years that he's been playing, the skill set, to be frank, I'm quite shocked that Blair doesn't have one. And they run like 450 bracelet events a year now, so it seems like it's easy.
Blair has 6 final tables at the World Series. Nacho flops to pair once again.
Well, Seidel's got a little something cooking.
Little taste.
The threes, he's got the gutter ball working. Superior hearts.
Makes the call. Turn 7 of clubs.
How much, Nacho?
Time extension. $600.
So easy.
Neck and neck now. Nacho, Seidel. Both right around 4.1 million.
Antonio said on me. What was your pair?
Three.
Threes?
A couple folks in the chat asking for a Seidel voice impersonation.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't
Why would
really
you do that?
understand, but if the unthinkable happens and we lose Seidel at some point during today's coverage, of course, we'll ask him to
Might join us.
return to the booth. But I'm afraid that what you've done, Jeff, yesterday, event number 1, you made him very upset.
Was just trying to respect his time.
Well, speaking of disrespect, Nacho somehow wakes up with 2 kings in the big blind after Seidel's opened the pot.
How to proceed? Bumps it up to 800,000.
There are levels here, right? The warfare at the table. These two
I'm going to win if I keep folding the best hand.
same
The
stacks.
best there.
You didn't have the best hand in this one. If you had the best hand in this one, I never play poker again.
Well, that didn't believe that.
A look at the PGT leaderboard. Eric Blair can take the top spot with a win today. He's currently in 5th. Nick Schulman, 848 points going into today, and he will just eclipse Joey Weissman for a top 3 spot.
And Schulman, by the way, still looking for his first win. The
That's
only
unbelievable.
name on the board in the top 10 without a W.
It's a gorgeous leaderboard graphic.
Thank you.
I'm the only entertainment
Yo,
one,
you did that?
the only one speaking, and I have my mic off for like 3 hours.
Oh, now it's Furuse with the kings.
No, I'm lying, it was not 3 hours.
250.
Raise and take it.
If you had the best hand there, I never play poker again. I had kings. Why you folded, Erik? Sound like you folded ace-7 suited or something.
Ace-10, it's a monster.
Ace-10? Oh my God, wow. Good fold, Erik, good fold. Tight is right.
Is that tight, folding ace? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Nacho might have thought, because he mentioned ace-7 suited, that Seidel somehow folded ace-10 suited. That would have been tight. I don't think that was that tight. Here, Seidel's not going to fold the ace-king offsuit.
No, and I'm really curious to see how Nacho responds to this 3-bet on the button with Jack-10 suited.
Such a pretty one.
Again, this guy does not like to fold. He loves playing pots. See what version of Nacho we have today. The very disciplined. Can we make these laydowns type of player, or is it the Nacho ICM is for poor people? I want to see a flop with Jack-10 suited.
I mean, I hope for the latter. There
Yeah.
we go.
That's the Nacho we love.
Does make the call. 1.8 million in the middle. And Nacho flops top pair. Seidel quickly checks.
He's a little fearful of Nacho. It looks like he could have had, you know, middling pair type hands, 8s, 9s, 10s. As we can see, it's Jack-10 suited.
Seidel checks once more after seeing a second 5. And now does Nacho feel comfortable putting chips in?
Yeah, Yeah, I don't think that Nacho's concerned any longer about Seidel trapping with a hand like aces or kings. Would be a very sick and twisted line by Seidel, but this is very nice. 500K. I think Seidel could continue, given the sizing. It might be reasonable.
Yeah, and he reaches, he does make the call.
He thinks ace-king can just be the best hand here still. That Nacho could have a hand like ace-jack, ace-queen.
River, 8 of clubs. 2.8 million in the middle, Seidel 2.4 million behind.
And there are plenty of hands still that Seidel can potentially beat with just ace-king high. I don't know if Nacho goes for all the value. Let's see. 2.8 out there. Is he worried about Seidel trapping? If he does bet, though, it's going to put Seidel in a really difficult spot, knowing that Nacho would have no choice but to continue bluffing.
$1.7.
Whoa.
1.7.
Goes 1.7, decision time for Seidel.
Pure bluff catcher on this type of texture. Seidel clearly concerned about the 10. Potentially a hand like eights full, but outside of all that, it's a lot of air, and Nacho would have to bluff. The queen-jack suited type holdings of the world.
Can Nacho get paid off? Betting small on the turn, going bigger on the river.
Time extension.
This is a really well-played hand by Nacho. Outstanding value bet and sizable amount on the river. He's put Seidel in a pickle. And Nacho's so capable of showing up with a bluff.
Burning through some time extensions here.
And you rarely see Seidel in the tank. Carefully analyzing and thinking it through.
Makes the right decision in the end, lays down the ace-king.
Do I owe?
Bluff.
You will see it on TV, Erik.
4?
Yeah.
Wow. What a bluff.
Erik Seidel, the Hall of Famer, the 10-time bracelet winner.
And what a response from Nacho, too.
Yeah, that was great.
Makes him wait. You'll see it on TV. Seidel has no idea. That's the hustle, by the way, that Nacho possesses. Everything about that hand. Street smart.
Jack 9-9. Jacks and 9s for Furuse.
Check. Okay, 100.
Winner.
Moving on. All right, chat. You got to tell us. Must pick one. Furuse, Nacho, Seidel, or Big Vegas. Who are we rooting for to take home the title? Let us know.
Let us know.
Click that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And while you're at it, scan that QR code. 10% off.
Nice.
All PokerGO and PGT merch.
Nice.
Some great new stuff in the shop, by the way. Go Leisure branded hoodies. Beautiful hats.
200. Total.
Branded Bills hats, by the way, Jeff. I know
Love
you're not a
those.
hat guy.
No, but you
that's
love those. I think they look great.
That's a nice hat.
Queen, queen, deuce with 2 diamonds. Let's draw for Seidel.
100.
Sorry. Oh, wow, good catch. Stella, good catch. Professional. Professional catcher. You play baseball? Otani. Good player.
Best Japanese player.
Best in the world. Not Japanese. I bet the Dodgers to win.
Of course you
I
did,
win.
Nacho. Is there any sport Nacho does not fire on?
I don't think so, but I was looking at baseball futures a couple weeks ago, and the Dodgers were like a 2-to-1 favorite to win
Just
the
to win the whole thing.
That's
yeah, That's how
insane.
stacked they are.
Yeah.
Check.
Top pair for Seidel. Blair, the early aggressor, has got a little gutter ball cooking.
275.
Fires 275,000.
Focusing.
Turn deuce.
Check. Check.
River 8.
500.
Seidel leading.
Notice the little grimace, the hesitation from Blair. Believe it or not, he's thinking Jack High could be good. Some of those lower straight draws have missed. Hands like 6-7, lower spades. He doesn't have a spade in his hand. This would be a quite a call, but into the
Let's
muck.
let it go. Blair in 4th. Look at our streaming schedule, rest of the way, same time, same place, except for our final day. Maria Ho will join us tomorrow in the booth. That'll be a
Yes,
blast.
she will. Does that mean that we have to pull up another chair?
Probably need another chair, clean up a bit.
You're not going to stand the whole show?
Don't plan on it. Consider it. 2025 U.S. Poker Open. Lovely backdrop at the PokerGO Studio. Jeff Platt alongside Brent Hanks. Furuse with 2 kings.
225.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Blair looks down at ace king off about 20 bigs.
And he has been running terrible thus far at the final table. Came in with the chip lead, and now ace, king, and the kings.
Runs worse here, the all-in and the snap, and here we go. 4.1 million in the middle.
It's fine, you don't have to do that. You guys have the same around, I think.
Furuse covers.
No, you have more.
675,000.
Do it. Could just do it.
Could just do it.
I've seen it before.
It has happened.
Uh-oh.
And it
Good
comes
fucking
queen,
stuff for you.
10, 7, all diamonds.
And now a favorite in the hand.
How? Against kings.
Hate to
Wow.
break this one. This would be painful.
Yeah, at this point it'd be painful to brick. Does not brick.
You have way too many outs.
The jack rolls off on the turn. Furuse all of a sudden dead to a chop. And the river is a 7. Something about this PokerGO Studio.
Yes. 1.975.
Erik Blair just runs super hot here.
And remember, it started off as the chip leader around this stack, 4 million. Couldn't win a pot, then gets it in bad. Ace, king to kings, no
There it
problem.
is.
No problem.
Finally, you get it in good and you lose. No. I told you, get it in bad. I told you, I've been telling you, get it in bad. You've been doing great. You get it in.
New look at the leaderboard presented by Global Poker. Blair shoots up to second, more than 4 million in chips. It's Nacho, the chip leader, at about 5.5. Seidel in third, and Furuse down to less than 7 big blinds.
Big Vegas. He's back. And Furuse just left with crumbs. He's got 6 bigs. That hand kind of had a weird vibe to it, didn't it?
Yeah, you felt it
just
coming?
felt like Ace King was going to win.
250.
Oh, is Blair feeling it right now? The momentum. He's got King Little. He knows that Seidel can be opening wide against Furuse.
Here he is with the queen 10 suited. Pretty one.
I wouldn't fault him for just getting it in. Very pretty hand.
Holding.
Let's go with it.
All right, call.
And here we go. Uh-oh.
Come on, okay.
Looks like 2 picture cards for Seidel.
Yeah,
Taking
Seidel's got
Nancho's
King
advice,
Jack.
I don't like it.
Oh, okay.
They were there on the last hand. Queen 10 of diamonds, maybe.
Furuse all in and at risk with the queen 10 suited up against Seidel's King Jack. Jack in the window.
that
Jack
shot?
6-5. Yeah, that sucks.
Justin Rose, chip leader.
He's -5 or so.
Oh, Nacho was talking about golf.
Bryson
I
first
thought he was
round
talking
leader,
about that flop.
-2.
But that turn card, it's very
Boom.
good for Furuse.
Where did that come from?
Bryson?
First round lead or
Bryson.
23 to 1. He's -2. I mean,
And the river is a
flop.
deuce.
You get it in bad and you win.
Not over yet for Furuse.
I guess we're back
You
to
get
that,
it in good, you lose.
that same sort of vibe where nobody wants to get eliminated.
Ah, we
Nobody
saw that in
will
event
get
1.
eliminated. Well, we're going to be here another 3 or 4 hours.
the field.
The field,
You
how
get
much you
23
pay?
to 1.
23?
But he's not gonna. I mean, he's 2 under with 10 to play. Rose would have to drop back to like 4. Could. I mean, it's not dead.
Not impossible. How is he playing lately?
I don't know. He's on live. I don't watch that shit.
Nobody watched Lives, right?
No, it's a terrible product.
Why?
All due respect.
It's just like a teams, and it's just kind of gimmicky exhibition type of thing.
Is it team?
Teams.
They play teams?
Yeah, there's like 10 teams or something.
No.
Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 golfers on a team.
Oh wow, that's horrible. I
Yeah,
never watched.
they don't play good courses.
What do you say, ace jack?
They're very easy, right? The courses.
Easier.
I'm holding.
All in?
Holding.
You a big live fan?
You know, I'm not going to make any comments there. You
At
never know what
1.3?
types of future deals you're going to be
Sure.
making in the industry.
Smart.
Why would I ever say anything bad about Liv?
No, I'll take some live cash.
Aren't they worth like 200 billion?
I think it depends how you look at it.
Didn't Liv buy the PGA? Like something happened. There was a deal. Anyway, we have an all in.
Wow, Seidel makes the call
He's
with the
over
king
par.
jack.
Yeah.
Furuse in
Is he over par?
fantastic shape here.
2 over.
It seems like it's pretty easy today.
Seidel just
Like,
doesn't
with
want to
not a
give
lot
up
of
on
wins
king
or
jack. He
anything.
couldn't win the first time to eliminate
'Cause they usually don't
Furuse.
score
Now
this well.
he's going to gamble a second time in bad shape.
Looks very windy.
Really?
I mean,
I
a
don't
little
think it's
bit. I
windy.
was looking, it was windy.
7-6-5. Things looking good for Furuse. Turn card, 8 of spades, so chop out's available, though Furuse has the flush draw. And makes a flush
Flush.
on the river. 2 quick double ups.
Big fucking card for you.
Back to back through the legend Seidel. Seidel now
Nice
the
comeback.
short stack.
From the dead.
Kazome Furuse come back
cheap
from the
leader
dead,
to
indeed.
What a spin up.
Dead to 27 blind.
And now it's Seidel who's the short stack. And now Furuse has kings again. Ride the rush. The heater.
650.
It's at 650 and we'll win.
Sorry, I helped you.
Furuse's second ever tournament inside the studio.
He's knocking on the door of the chip lead. He's a double up away. This is
Cash
crazy.
in event number 1. Finished in 16th. This is his biggest career score, no matter how the rest of the day goes. Under the watchful eye of the Golden Eagle.
All in?
All in.
Fudge.
There's one for Seidel. $2.4 million, the biggest career cash for Erik Seidel.
All right, stats department, but what event was it?
That event was in
I know.
2011.
Uh-huh. Where was
it? In Australia, mate.
That's right. The Aussie Millions, back when that used to be a thing. And that was really the origins of the first 250K.
Yeah, that was
super high roller. Phil
didn't
Ivey
have
won it
those
like
back-
6 times
yeah.
or something silly.
Seidel has 7 7-figure cashes.
There's also, by the way, another side note to that 2.4 million as we take a look at this flop. Erik Blair, queens and 7s. Furuse with the flush draw, and he is on a heater. We'll get back to Seidel momentarily.
But for now, Furuse calls on the flop. Yeah, you said heater. He does turn the flush.
This guy's unstoppable.
What a ride he's been on. He does check back. River 6.
Maybe a way that Blair can
350.
lose the minimum. He's going to go for 350, hoping that queens and 7s is good, but
Can get called by worse plenty, get out versus a raise, which he will face.
here comes the bad news for Blair.
Rates.
Oh, raise. Raise to 1.1.
I told you Furuse was knocking on the door of the chip lead, right?
Yes, you did.
A hand ago.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. He's blowing that door completely down. Here he comes.
10 seconds. Time extension.
We really don't know how prone Furuse is to bluffing in these spots post. The players played together the majority of day one towards the tail end of the night. If this guy goes bananas, then maybe we can justify a call.
Call.
And there is
Wow.
that call. Furuse gets paid off and is our new chip leader.
My God.
Listen.
Never mind on the chip leader thing. But it's still a nice pot.
I thought he was too. We're both very good at math.
We'll redo that one in post.
Yep.
As we remind you that Octopi Poker has a couple weeks left for. Nope, and I'm reading the wrong promo.
Attaboy.
Too. Play the
You're
U.S.
on
Poker
fire.
Open online series at globalpoker.com.
Killing it
runs
today.
now. Can we redo these in post?
Yep.
Runs now through the 20th. You can compete for big prizes and a trip to Vegas. Play mystery bounties, PKOs, turbos, deep stacks. Play that U.S. Poker Open now at globalpoker.com. You know, that one's on me. Accountability.
You just piled it on top, really. One mistake after another.
Yeah.
You were due. You were due. Seidel, by the way, just to go back and put a bow on it.
Yeah.
$2.4 million, his career largest cash. He's done that twice. Third place finish in the Super High Roller Bowl here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And also, of course, the one we touched on in 2011, the Aussie Millions, that American version, Super High Roller Bowl, that was in 2016. But anyway, who cares? Forgot it that I was even getting to that because Furuse
Good on you to remember it.
has been going bananas.
From 675 to 4.7.
That was 5 hands ago, where he had 650,000, now at 4.7 million. And I can only imagine that call from Blair, Big Vegas on the river against Furuse, that was entirely due to their history, their
Had to
very
be, yeah.
short-lived
Yeah.
history on day one of this event. I'm guessing that Furuse, very capable of running bluffs, putting the chips in.
All in.
All in.
Seidel moves it in after flopping 2 pair.
10 high. Good. Nice hand, Erik. I have a feeling my 10 high was not good.
Look at the leaderboard presented by Global Poker, Furuse almost on top of it. Nacho Barbero with the slight chip lead. Erik Blair in third. Erik Seidel. The shortest stack, but still 15 bigs.
There are types of players. I'll keep it simple. 2 types. Type A, absolutely willing and able to pull the trigger on the river for a big bluff for the majority of their stack. And then there's type B. They never bluff.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever in those spots.
Good time to regain some momentum, just calling with the aces in the big blind off 20 bigs. And Nacho flopping top pair.
So far, picture perfect for Blair.
$225.
$700.
700.
The check raise to 700K.
This really puts Nacho in a horrific spot. Hold on, what does this guy have? I mean, I've got top pair. Certainly could be afraid of a flush, but wouldn't he slow play that to some extent? Could this ever just be like a 10 with the king of spades? Would Erik Blair go nuts with that type of holding? Would he ever do it with a queen, a better queen, which of course would put Nacho in a very bad spot?
Nacho calls.
He's going to take a look at texture just in case it is a pair with a flush draw. Maybe see a safe card and perhaps get it in on the turn.
That turn is the 7 of hearts.
All in.
It's followed up by the jam.
This is a very safe card, I believe.
Good luck getting away from
for
this
Nacho.
one.
And if part of the thought process was, let me call, see a safe one, and then decide, well, here we are.
Wow.
Wow.
Fantastic laydown by Nacho.
That is really next level. I suppose he was calling just in hopes of shutting Blair down for the times that he was bluffing or semi-bluffing.
Terrific.
Did not want the snap call.
You had anything?
Let's look back at event number 1. Final table started with Justin Saliva's elimination. David Peters out in 6th yesterday, just like he was out in 6th today. Our satellite winner, Ariano, eliminated in brutal fashion. Anthony Hu laddered up to 4th place. Francis Anderson took a brutal one against Chrissy. 10s against Ace Deuce. A lot of ducks showed up. And then Foxen beats Ping Lu. Heads up for the first title of the 2025 U.S. Poker Open.
I almost folded pre, but I have to open it. Wow, aces.
Yeah, no spade. Hated the flop.
I almost folded the flop. I was gonna go with it if I hit 2 pairs or something.
Yeah, of course.
Or maybe if I
200.
scary card, you're gonna slow down.
Yeah, spade.
You don't have flash.
Spade, I'm probably done. I could have flush.
Yeah, but you're not gonna check raise all your flashes.
Come on.
Like very small ones.
I might.
Yeah, but not all of
Yeah,
them.
but how high could my flushes be? I mean,
Yeah.
Which type
Exactly.
of a lot of how
If
those
you have a
three.
small one, you're gonna check raise. Yeah.
it's a weird hand.
If you have an ace high flash or
Yeah.
king high flash, you're never check raising.
I was gonna call
I
the
had no
flop,
spade.
but then I was like, it's too dicey if I just call.
I like
Two-score.
check raise there.
Yeah, it's a weird hand.
My hand is. My hand can have anything there.
Yeah, if I had a feeling I was just getting snapped out of here on the turn.
It was a possibility. I was thinking about folding. I wasn't thinking.
200.
Right.
Well, we got deep
was the
inside
last one,
both
right?
lines.
Yeah.
Both players really no clue what they were doing. That was what I took. And I love it.
think I have to fold
75K,
the flop.
125K with a 125,000
Maybe, yeah.
big blind ante.
No good turns, really.
Queen or 4.
4 good turns or something.
Queen or 4, but I feel you have a lot of.
You could
I
beat
mean,
that.
you can still have like Jack 9 with spades,
Yeah.
King Jack with 1 spade, King 9 with 1 spade.
Yeah.
Those are good ones. I'm beating some hands, but usually I'm in pretty bad shape.
Erik Blair, the gambler, Big Vegas from Connecticut. Just fires on all poker, golf, sports betting. His 2 PGT titles came at the PokerGO Cup.
He's been out here in Vegas for a long time. He and I both moved here about 15 years ago.
Wow.
Old school online grinder. Now he just plays, as you pointed out, pretty much anything and everything everywhere.
Seidel, ace jack, small blind, 10 bigs, all in. Furuse asks for a count.
$1,225,000. 1.225.
225.
Yeah, 1.225.
Thank you. 10 seconds.
Furuse and Seidel, 2 of 6 players to cash in the first 2 events. Blair, another one.
Time extension.
Roger Johnson set the most consecutive cashes record last year with 5.
10 seconds.
Furuse folds. Here's what we have over the next couple months. We're off to Houston once more for the Texas Poker Open. Can't wait for that at Champions Club. $3,300 buy-in, $2 million guarantee. We invite you to come play because if Brent Hanks made a final table, anybody can do it.
This much is true. It's like 2004 or 5 down in Texas. I'm a very advanced player down there.
Got some 5K high rollers for you as well.
Well, that's good.
All right, everything seems to have calmed down a little bit.
I would say so.
Furuse with the actual chip lead. Neck and neck with Nacho.
Now 2 5s for Furuse.
10 seconds.
Holding.
All in.
Does jam. Get the intent. The jam's a little risky with Nacho right
Yeah,
there, but
this is a sick one with King Queen
yeah,
suited.
what does Seidel do here? Is it just good enough?
Remember, Seidel called with King Jack earlier. Was hoping to be up against a little pair like this. He was shown Ace Jack. Now he is up against a little pair, and he's struggling to find the call for his tournament life.
But there it is, and here we go. Big flip, 3.7 million in the middle. Seidel's tournament life on the line.
Legit flip.
Crazy you think about folding, but it looked very strong, yeah.
It's it. Well, because he's
No, I know.
behind him.
I know, with me behind you. Because you would never fold otherwise.
Seidel flops a king. Good start to the proceedings for the Poker Hall of Famer. Turn 6 of hearts. Furuse needs a 5 to bust Seidel. But the river is a 7, and four-handed play will continue.
Yep, we're at that stage of the tournament. Nobody's going to go broke. Seidel, back in business.
In second place.
Yep.
Make a flush.
And everybody has 30
Tilt.
big blinds. Furuse still at 20 big blinds.
1.7.
Wide open, anyone's tournament.
Oh.
Discount for you, buddy.
Thank you.
Fine. That was a big line.
Erik Seidel just keeps getting it done decade after decade.
We ever get more of these? Heads up or anything?
What heads up? $250.
Furuse with 9s. Calls on the button. that invite Seidel to join us with the 10-8 suited? Yes, it does.
Three players.
Ace, Jack, deuce.
I was sort of surprised that Furuse didn't
same.
just rip the nines or
20 bigs.
commit his stack in some way, shape, or form, considering what we've seen thus far. Big Vegas on top of the leaderboard. It's where he started the day.
And I want you to give the overall updates for event number 3 going on right now. But one update that I found from ex-Jonathan Little. I chipped up nicely, then lost kings to ace-queen, now 0-9 in all-ins this series. 0-9 for Jonathan Little.
That's not great.
Keep us posted, though.
That is not great. 0 for 9.
Now 9s for Blair.
All in.
All in.
Just going to end this one now.
Yeah, you know, that was sort of fascinating. It looked like he was considering just call and then counting out maybe a larger 3-bet, and then just decided, you know what, screw it. I'm all in. And put Nacho to the test.
I owed one, right? I owed one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful fold technique from Nacho. Okay, US Poker Open. Not only here, but it's on Global Poker as well. GlobalPoker.com, all sorts of different events. PKOs, turbos, mystery bounties, deep tech. Play the US Poker Open now at GlobalPoker.com.
You can win a trip right here to Las Vegas through that series online of
Come
the
by and
US
see us.
Poker Open.
Brent will go out with you for drinks and for lunch. More drinks, dinners, spend the entire day with Brent.
Wow, is that drinks, lunch, drinks, and dinner?
Just a full day.
How about that? That's great.
On you.
All on me, yeah.
Furuse defends the ace-3 off. Nacho flops the gutter.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
The Masters,
Shit,
winding down the end of day one.
Batia's done.
Guess who one of the photographers
What's
is
the leader
at the
still?
Masters?
6?
And it is a former superstar in baseball. An actual photographer hired working at the Masters for the ESPN coverage.
Ken Griffey Jr.?
Yes. Is that because you saw it on my phone just now?
No. I swear, I knew he did some photography, and so that was my only guess of baseball player.
Ken
did
Griffey
photography.
Jr.
Loves it.
Yeah.
I saw a Griffey clip today in the crowd. I think the ESPYs reacting to a great Norm Macdonald joke that I will not repeat on air. Nacho checks top pair.
He reacted to it?
Just Griffey's reactions like that.
Was it about somebody, the joke?
Yeah.
Is it about a former football player?
Yeah. Was.
Yeah, running back?
Yeah. Was.
For the Buffalo Bills?
Yeah. Was.
Yeah.
And USC Trojans.
Yeah.
That's the one guy who we share, kind of, the Bills and USC, right?
What a proud moment. And
Just
really
came to
is
that
for us,
realization.
yeah.
And of course, there have been others, but none as notable. Back to the action. Nacho check raises. That'll end that for Nacho Barbero to regain the chip lead. Oh, a lot of you guys in the chat making the point. Randy Johnson also is a professional photographer.
Really?
Big unit.
The big unit is also
he
a
and
photographer.
Griffey, that's funny.
That's nuts.
4 players left at event number 2.
-3 or something it was. Fuck, I didn't see the other group, Kepka and all those guys. Super late over there, right?
2-3 hour difference.
Oh no, maybe I'm just seeing the one group.
250.
No, maybe it's just the feature group. I'm watching a stream of just the feature group. They're probably already playing.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Stand over, I'll stand over. My back. Just my back. 25.
He's so bad with the putter, but yeah, it's horrible. He doesn't make one.
100 to 1 for a reason.
Not
you know?
great for us.
Yeah. He's +2.
Oh wow.
Who's that?
See ya.
Batia.
He's even.
He's +1 now, or is he even?
Even.
250.
Big fucking hand. I guess nobody had fucking nothing.
Anybody in the chat have any Masters action? Let's throw out some plays for us to sweat alongside you.
What's Bryce on?
Wait. Ipar, -3.
Damn. What's DeChambeau?
I cannot
You can't
see.
look at the
I'm
leaderboard.
just watching the feature group.
Gotcha.
Isn't
So I'm
Bryson and
watching,
DeChambeau
like,
the same person?
I can find out.
I don't care that much. Don't worry about it. Do you have any big chips?
No.
Okay.
Just.
Thank you. All in.
All in.
Winner. James in the chat says McElroy is -4 and Rose leads at -8 or something. Thank you, James. We don't need the actual score updates here. The players are on a delay.
Justin Rose -6, Corey Corners.
But here we go with another
-4,
score update.
Hatton -3, Scheffler -4. Who's McCarthy?
He's like a rookie. He
This
won
is the
once.
7th edition of the U.S. Poker Open.
Are you good? You know a lot of golf?
Buy-ins range
I just have
5K
followed
to
golf since I was a
25K.
teenager.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just love golf. I mean, I play a lot and I'm a big fan.
You play a lot?
I play all the time, yeah.
Where you play?
I'm a member at Las Vegas Country Club,
Nice.
but I play all over.
That's where that hat's from, that
Where is
Schulman's
the
wearing.
Vegas Country Club?
Right behind the Westgate Sportsbook parking lot there
Westgate?
on Joe Brown. Yeah, it's basically on the strip off Desert Inn. It's cool. It's like an old school Vegas vibe. Really nice golf course.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I gave up, bro.
You're
Too
done.
Yeah, too much money, too much time.
Yeah.
Too many hours. I suck. I mean, I loved it though, but just, I mean, with all the traveling I'm doing, I mean, if you way more here, but I'm never here. And when I'm here, I spend 2 months, and it's summer that it's impossible to play. It's during World Series.
Yeah. It's too. Yeah. That and it's hot.
And it's hot.
I can't play before a World Series event, and I'm just so gassed by like 8 p.m. You know.
You're dead.
You're just dead.
I cannot play poker after I play golf. I'm so tired. I have to take a nap.
10 seconds.
250.
Not like I was any good. I've always been pretty bad. 25 handicap.
Yeah.
But when you go that day and you shoot 15, you're feeling like, wow,
Yeah.
I killed it. Then the next day you go, you shoot 40.
Seidel turns a queen.
$150.
Check, check, Seidel winner.
Queen 5.
Erik Seidel, 21st on the PGT leaderboard. No wins just yet. 2 cashes here at the U.S. Poker Open.
He's pretty much a lock to just be inside the top 40.
Always,
The
yeah.
grind is real and good for Seidel.
Should I look at it before?
250.
Aces again? Oh, I have them.
9-8-3, couple diamonds. Nacho with the ace of diamonds in hand. Deuce of diamonds arrives on the turn. Wheel drawn up, flush draw for Nacho Barbero. Erik Blair picks up a pair of deuces.
250.
Right now, Nacho thinking, okay, I can no longer ever lose this pot.
Calls there.
He's got the boss card in his hand.
River Queen of Spades. Will Nacho have the opportunity to earn it?
He's going to find a way. I can't imagine. Maybe he thinks ace high is just good enough to get the showdown. Seems like a much more effective holding to turn into a bluff. Try and get those 8s, 3s, well, we can see a pair of 2s into the muck.
10 seconds. Time is
2.
Wow.
Does check back. Not going to be thrilled when he sees the deuce.
Yeah, that's a regrettable check
One you
back
won
for
back.
Nacho. He's too distracted by the golf.
And don't forget the soccer.
And the soccer, yeah.
is that Golden Eagle. We wait to award that until the end of the series. We award this cash today, though. Payouts presented by Octopi. $97,200 guaranteed to our final 4. If we ever have an elimination, it will result in a 27K pay jump.
We won't.
But we won't. Seidel calls button, ace-8 suited. 6-6 deuce with the 1 spade. Check, check, 3 of hearts on the turn. Check, check again. Seidel's ace highest best.
Carl.
250.
250.
I'll get back to you in a moment as we watch Nacho this time finally attempt a bluff. I don't know if the sizing is right. Seidel's
Not going to
just-
work.
Yeah, it's just
Seidel
gonna
pick
pick
it off with ace high.
Side.
And Carl
What's up, Carl?
in the chat. Hank's as optimistic as a Bills fan at Arrowhead during the playoffs. I got news for you, Carl. This is the year.
Oh boy, here we go again.
They will win the AFC, the #1 seed. They will get to the Super Bowl in dominating fashion.
Here we go again.
And they will defeat the LA Rams in the Super Bowl. How about that? Putting it out there right now.
Yep. And then in a couple months, you'll tell me that Purdue's going to win the national championship. Circle of life.
I did not tell you that this year
275.
about Purdue. I did the year they lost in the finals. All year
And
long.
the year before, when they were 1
and
seed
they
and
lost
lost.
them. Yeah. Weird year.
Weird year.
10 seconds.
Nacho that ace-3 off. How to proceed?
1 million.
How about the 3-bet to 1 million? This kind of maneuver has become more and more popular over the last couple years. These kinds of hands.
It's so effective, too, because if you look at the chip stacks, the start of the hand, right? So much pressure being applied to Blair, knowing that Furuse
you got one through
is less than 10 bigs.
He did get one through there.
Probably I had the best hand, though.
No, I don't think so. If you got one through, you didn't. If you got one through.
A pretty good one.
And by the way, back to Purdue, I do
Round
think they're a
+4.
top 5 team next year.
I saw that they had
Go back to
one of the
league.
best odds
He plays
to
in league?
win it all.
They're really good next
Is
year.
in leave too?
Yeah.
Finally hitting the portal. Painter's never
I mean,
done
they
that.
pay me 500 millions.
Yeah.
I do whatever you ask me.
Yeah.
I do whatever you ask me if you pay me way less than that. But let's don't talk about the let's don't talk about the number.
All in.
All of it declared.
You prefer PLO or this?
PLO? No, this. I like PLO's fun. Yeah.
More variants.
I don't know.
Furuse.
You've been doing pretty well in these things.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this just fine.
Here from Japan. Wanted the challenge of playing with the best in the world. He's done well in that challenge so far.
Is USC ever going to be good at sports again? Any sport? Football, basketball? The only two that matter.
Oh, please show some respect. Our women's basketball team next year will be sick. We were going to win it all this year, but then Juju got hurt, running bad. Anyway, Mallards.
All in.
Yeah, big fat. Here we go. That's how it's done. Huey and Dewey. So Furuse really considering the call off with Queen 8. He is.
Time extension used for an additional 30 seconds to act. I mean, he's the shortest stack by far. SC had a couple good young guys, and they just all left.
Pair. Pair.
Pair?
Worst pair.
Oh.
Very rude.
What's your favorite sport to bet?
Probably football, college, and NFL. Both. You? You like to bet?
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of randomly. I'm not.
I like the golf.
Really?
Too, but that's more just.
I scooped the board.
You scoop the soccer? Baseball, I actually like quite a
what?
bit.
You have plus
Baseball
0.25.
season's so fun.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was over too.
275.
Lucky, lucky. I told you Frankfurt.
Frankfurt. What?
Very good bet.
Isn't that a kind of hot dog?
Frankfurt tied Tottenham, and I guess that's good for Nacho.
A 1-1 game.
Exciting.
Another thriller.
You're a big soccer guy. You follow the Europa League much?
Nope.
What about Bundesliga?
You cannot go with too much there, but.
No. I regret not shoving that last one on you, though. Hit ace-9 off. It's like, I thought you were just stealing, but whatever.
Yeah, it's one of those hands.
Hard to pull the trigger, you know?
It's very polar. I either have it or.
Yeah, but when I have an ace, it's hard, you know? It's like.
Really hard with the short stack to
hard.
incinerate 3.5 steady blinds.
For you and me, though, too.
Yeah.
It goes both ways there. It's a good free bet. Awesome.
10 seconds.
250.
Nacho with threes. Calls down on the small blind.
I've seen this movie before. Erik, how much you playing? 4 million?
3.9, I think.
Thank you. Check.
Houston 7.
Take it, bro.
Let's go.
Big bet. Take it.
Let's go,
Take it.
Take it, bro.
I do have breaking
It's
news
fucking
from out
Latvia,
in the
bro.
field.
Yeah.
Jonathan Little lost another all-in. He's queen
Tell you what,
versus
Thursday
tens.
is
He's now
pretty
0-10
much meaningless.
in the all-ins.
Oh, he made a 6 shot now. Oh, wow.
I bet Corey Connors like 65 to 1.
Oh, wow. He's second.
He's 4 and 4.
That a boy.
You can do it.
It's so hard to actually win a major though. It's just like
you have to play
the gap between the really good players and everyone else. Like you think it's not that much, but it's
Shouldn't
just
be
so
a problem.
much.
Especially in this
Even when
course.
it's just so much.
It's so hard, this course. You see the greens?
Oh, this course, yeah.
It's insane.
Well, if you miss at the wrong place, you just can't really get up and down.
Oh, wow. Rory hit the ball from Batia. Bro, like they touch the ball and like you think it's an easy putt.
Yeah. And then by Sunday, they always get faster unless it rains.
Bro, he's so fast.
If it doesn't rain, the pins are harder and the course is just faster.
What do we say in the big blind? 8-7 off, defendable.
10 seconds.
Cool. He's going to do just that. Try to connect in some way, shape, or form. Get it in.
5-4-3, all
How long
diamonds.
have you lived out in Vegas?
No
We all-
diamond for
95.
Furuse.
You're from New York.
Yeah. Where are you from originally?
You got a wife, kids.
Yeah, wife, 2 kids. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm from Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
I've been here for like 15 years.
No, not like this. And a pair.
Town.
It really is. It's so fun.
Hear Blair and Seidel talking about their wife and
Dodged a
kids.
bullet there.
Big Vegas
Not
Blair,
me,
also
not
a couple
me.
of kids.
No. Somebody else.
4.
Dad life.
Leaderboard brought to you by Global Poker, 3 with 30 or more bigs. We've been four-handed for a while now, Furuse. The short stack once again at 700K. He's down this low before, and then all of a sudden we looked up, he had 4.7 million. Back down to 4th place, see if you can spin it once more.
Never gonna finish.
Shorty the pot, so.
I mean,
They let you in past the reg though.
what time is
They'll
max
let you
late?
in past
What's max late red?
like 4:30,
What time is it?
Can I go
which
to
shouldn't
break?
even be an issue.
Oh, okay, maybe.
It's
right.
only
Well, red just goes to 5 o'clock.
110.
What?
It's 110.
No way.
Am I wrong? No, 210. 210. It's 210.
Call. It's only 2:10?
It's 2:10.
Bro, I thought it was like 5 p.m. Oh my God, I'm so lost. This fucking place is driving me crazy. Guys, I'm not losing my mind. I'm like this. Maybe I am losing my mind.
Maybe you are, Nacho. Maybe you are.
They give you an extra level to rest.
Oh, thank you. That's cool.
Oh, that's great.
Rory for Eagle. Oh no, that makes me pay. That make us pay. Don't make it. Oh, actually make it because I have a big bet on him.
Nacho's got too many plays to keep track of.
Wow, Rory's gonna go -4.
Doesn't know if he
I
wants
think so.
an eagle or not. For off on the button.
Holding.
Fault.
How much is it?
Seidel,
you tell me how
7-5.
much
7, I think.
As for a count,
Or 6.
Just about 5 bigs. It's probably enough to get it through, but we'll see. Seidel's been in a gambling mood today.
I don't think I can call.
Vamos, papi. 10-minute break. Okay, let's do it.
be
That's
just a
it?
couple
That's the
minutes
break?
for us. And we go to break, no surprise, four-handed. Nacho's going to go watch some more golf
Pacerino.
on that break. Before
What?
we go to break, let us take a look at the leaderboard. It is presented by Global Poker, and it's pretty tight at the top between Nacho Barbero, Erik Blair, and Erik Seidel. Kazumi Furuse could still spin it up. Find out if he does next.
Because he's so slow, bro, and he's like, his energy is so, and my energy is so high, and I was like, he goes like, how do you do it? What do you get this energy from?
Nacho and Antonius have spent their fair share number of hours inside Bobby's room playing mixed games over the last few years.
All in?
Oh,
All in.
Blind versus blind. Peters jams for about 9 bigs. Furuse with the ace-5.
Furuse has a qualifier, ace high against these 9 bigs. He's oftentimes out in front, and he is here.
Does make the call, and here we
Slow
go.
roll. Oh, really?
David Peters trying to avoid back-to-back
I'm scared
6th-place
for you.
finishes to start this
I'm
series.
scared for you. This is not how you do it.
Yeah, not against David Peters at the USPL. But let's see. Furuse's ace-5 holds up. King in the window, but an ace behind it as it comes ace-king-3, and Peters still looks for a king or an 8. See the grayed out 8 and king top of your screen. Those 2 cards have been folded already. So 5 outs really turns to 3. Turn is a jack. He'll need one of those 3 on the river to stay alive. 2-time series champion cannot get lucky.
Let's play with you.
And it's 6th place in event 1, 6th place in event 2 for David Peters. Ouch.
Thanks.
Well, he's not wrong.
He's true.
Yeah. What is this? From Scotty
again, my man.
Chips, a $10 donation.
Wow.
The recent high stakes lineup is gin. Congrats, boy, is it ever.
Nice. It's a great
Don't make me
Great
look, Nacho.
lineup, great show.
You've never watched an episode, Jeff.
I've watched it before. It's a great show. Thank you for the $10. Not sure where it goes, but much appreciated.
Nacho would have no choice but to continue bluffing.
$1.7.
1.7.
Whoa.
1.7.
Goes 1.7, decision time for Seidel. Down to 4 at event number 2 of the 2025 US Poker Open here at the PokerGO Studio at ARIA Resort Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. We welcome you inside once more. Jeff Platt alongside Brent Hanks. Brent, how long do you think we'll play four-handed today?
Oh, it should only be another 2-3 weeks or so.
That sounds about right as we look at the payouts presented by Octopi Poker. If an elimination does finally occur, it will result in a $27,000 pay jump for the remaining 3. Blinds do go up, 75K, 150K with a 150,000 big blind ante. Not that many chips on the table, less than 90. So we expect some action.
Oh, that's my big guy on the bed. I'm drawing that.
Yeah, and he doesn't mean in poker, folks. He just means in
The
golf.
Japanese guy, Matsuyama, so bad.
Oh, Matsu.
Good? Good, good. You like golf?
Ah,
Blames Furuse for Matsuyama's struggles on the course. Ay, ay, ay.
My favorite player, Masashi Oisa.
All in.
All in.
I'm out. Who do you have? Who's your big guy on the bet we have with you guys? Bryson
In
is
the
mine?
pool, you mean?
Yeah, Bryson is
I
mine.
didn't even look. I just noticed we had Scheffler, and I forget the other players.
Oh, you have Shuffler.
We have Scheffler.
Oh, you're number one.
We're the best team.
Oh,
We're
wow.
ours. We drew the best team randomly,
Yeah, I know.
but
But you have also.
I don't know who else is on the team.
Bryson. Bryson is.
Oh,
He shows birdie.
he's -2.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Master is so much fun. I
It's
don't
the
watch.
best, dude.
It's the best.
It's just
I
the
don't watch much soccer, much golf, but bro,
Do you know how much you have?
Less than 10 bigs.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Thank you.
Good enough for Blair
All in.
to go on. And win. Eric Blair moving up the ladder on the PGT leaderboard. Can take the #1 spot on that leaderboard with a win today. I'll have to contend with the likes of the Poker Hall of Famer Erik Seidel, with Nacho Barbero #1 on the Argentinian all-time money list.
What do you think Seidel's greatest attribute is as a professional poker player?
Temperament.
Yeah. Temperament,
Just
demeanor.
smooth, calm, cool, collected.
Which leads to
throughout.
No,
better
bro, you
decision
can't
making,
beat
the
that.
patience.
Never tilts.
No.
What do you think?
No, I think you're there. I was hoping that was what you would land on.
wow, to be solo
Helps to have a
second.
huge brain as well.
Yeah,
To be solo
intelligence.
second, oh
does-
my God, he missed
Really?
a super close one.
For 5 under? Or he would have been 4.
He would have. He has, I think, 80% to make it for sure. He's -4 now. He would have been solo
Wow.
second, -5. Fuck, that's my biggest bet. Tilt.
What was Nacho's biggest bet?
I don't know. He's got so many that he's firing. Having trouble keeping track.
All in.
A6, all in. What do we say?
All out. Justin Rose. Who would have said 100-1?
Yeah, but whatever. He's still like 20-1 to win the tournament, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe not that much, but probably over 10. For sure over 10.
I take it 20-1.
Yeah, it's probably not 20.
I don't think it's.
Likely-
What can you get him
likely
at
10
now,
to
Jeff?
15.
Justin Rose, you got any live
Let's
betting
see,
updates?
yeah.
He's in lead.
I would guess 20 to 30 to
No.
1 is about right.
Oh,
I guess like
Batia,
8
back
to
to back
1.
birdies.
Nice.
Come on, Batia. Here we go. Back to even. Bro, I had Morikawa. He was -4. He finished even.
So,
Plus
150.
He was
750.
-4. He finished.
Not even 8 to 1. That seems like a terrible bet.
Okay.
I mean, he's up 3.
It's day one.
He's up 3.
Day one.
Just 1 minute.
And 3 back is the greatest in the world, Mr. Scheffler.
Corey Connors.
Yeah, our guy.
Oh, a little value hunting for Big Vegas with that pair of 7s. Lovely. He just doesn't believe that Furuse ever has a king, and especially not an ace.
Oh, and is going to get paid. Nicely done. That's got to feel good for Erik Blair.
7 with a flash draw. We had it all.
Yeah.
Erik had it all.
Good.
Hit the music as we remind you to check out Octopi. It's your last chance to secure 33% off the 2025 annual subscription prices. And we got to tell you, this is a blast. Ultimate Poker Lab for everyone. Casual player, high stakes player. You want to be on Octopi. You want to have fun studying, right? Looking at spots, looking at the game. Trust me on this one. OctopiPoker.ai. Let me know your thoughts.
The trainer feature,
Awesome.
Phenomenal.
Love it.
And
all
then
the players
vaults.
play it out here. They love it.
This final table, just like yesterday's final table on day one,
Yeah.
24 hours later, it will be on Octopi, hand by hand, footage breakdown showing you the good and the bad moves from all these players.
You know who loves Octopi? Who's told us he loves Octopi?
The
Nacho
only
Barbero.
Nacho Barbero. He absolutely a number of players talking about it. Who else you got?
Got João Vieira, Yuri Zivalevsky, Adrian Mateos. Josh Aria even uses it and likes it. I mean, if Josh can use it.
Even Phil Locke, the Unabomber.
Yeah.
Brian Rast has chimed in about it. And then Daniel Negreanu in a podcast was talking about how that's what he fires up. When he wants to check some stuff out, he heads over, pulls up the footage, and sees the breakdowns. That pricing, by the way, does not last much longer.
Get it while it's cheap.
It's about to get expensive because of how great that product is. Right now, it's dirt cheap.
All in.
What do you say with jacks? All in for the 19th time today.
700. 725.
Seidel again. As for the count.
Yeah, this time it's a little bit cheaper.
Maybe less than 5 bigs.
Maybe 10-9. He thinks it's good enough, but
I would think so. But obviously, we can see it's not in this spot. But
horrible shape he'd be in.
I think 10-9 is fine. Yeah, and he does flick in the call, and here we go.
2 unders.
Furuse on his feet for a brief second.
The worst shape you can be.
Ace, queen, 4.
Yeah, about dead.
Very safe flop.
For fun. For fun. Jacqueline. Jacqueline now. Ooh.
Nope, that's it. Furuse doubles up. Just like that. He's back up to about 1.7 million in chips.
I mean, we should not be surprised because we know nobody will bust for the remainder of this event.
Good timing.
We stay at 4. Biggest career cash will come today for Kazumi Furuse. Kings for Seidel and Barbero.
$350.
It's 350K. Turn brings another ace.
$650.
Nacho keeps firing, this time 650,000. Perhaps designed to get to check on the river.
Sort of acts as a bit of a blocker bet. Control the sizing while also charging what could be those flush draws out there, diamonds and clubs. When called, I think you're right, Jeff. We simply are knuckling back when the opportunity presents itself with that showdown value.
River 5 of hearts.
This would be relatively insane if he bets. He does check.
King 9?
Wow.
King 9.
I
Chop
said
it
your
up.
kicker was bigger than mine. I should have bet one more. Fuck.
It's really fascinating that he was thinking that, though. When he got called, if it was a king, he thought he was out kicked,
Yeah.
so he'd be turning it into a bluff
Yeah,
on the
that'd be
river.
pretty sick.
Complicated columns, huh? I'm very happy to chop it. Very happy.
What did they say about a chop pot again? Everybody loves them?
Absolutely hate him.
Oh. Tournament format brought to you by Card Player. Playing 40-minute levels here. Shot clock in play, 20 seconds pre, 30 seconds post for this $10,000 buy-in event.
You know, I was just thinking about Octopi Poker as I see that
Yeah.
logo in the background. If you also sign up for the top tier, you get a free annual subscription
That's right.
to PokerGO.
That's right. They give you the code, you plug it in, boom, you're good.
You're in. It's just, hey, here's $100 for that PokerGO subscription. No problem. You want to watch all the high-stakes poker episodes? No gambling, no future?
Yeah, in there.
Eat your heart out.
You're all set for your World Series coverage this summer?
Yep. And we got some big plans for
oh, baby.
different types of shows coming as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
8s and 7s for Nacho, 3s for Seidel.
I'm looking at
Straight
Blair's
draw
hand.
and flush draw for Erik Blair.
How pretty is that? The gut shot,
turn
straight
card.
draw.
600.
Nacho bet 600K, and that'll clear Seidel for the proceedings. Blair calls, misses as Nacho rivers a full house. 2.3 million in the pot. And Nacho checks.
Wow, that is very tricky.
Oh, Blair checks back. The 10 in hand, I thought could maybe find a way to go bananas.
It's not his style, I
Right,
don't think.
right.
It's, I think Blair read right through it. His strength on the turn.
Great check back.
Nacho's reading abilities there. He recognized Blair has a big draw.
King 10 of diamonds.
I knew it. Fuck, you left that one. Good check.
It's kind of like they both knew what was going
They
on.
did. It was
Oh my God, not like this.
Could just get there.
filthy.
Yeah, you could have just got there. Yeah, yeah. That's what I bet big the turn. Yeah. Tricky, tricky.
Great reaction by Nacho.
Of the 4 players remaining,
350.
Nacho, the only one who has accumulated chips on the day.
Wow.
Yeah. Everyone else
That's
down.
a wild stat.
Nacho, that's a good check, my man.
That was a good
I'm
check.
probably supposed to bluff it. I just felt it. I felt you just snapping me off.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you check the flop, like so. You.
I mean, I could be good every now and again too.
You cannot.
I could be good every once in a while.
No, I know, but like the thing is, like when you check there, you don't even have a jack. So
Right.
your hands is like pretty
Yeah.
much what you have.
Yeah. I was so excited just to hit the river on you.
Yeah.
Just to smash
Good.
it on
Good.
you.
It was not
big
the
pot.
7 of diamonds.
Anything.
Nacho folds the king 6 on the button as chip leader. King queen 8 all hearts.
That's all
Straight draw,
Seidel.
flush draw for Seidel.
Fuck. Had the king.
Seidel with the oh so pretty king jack suited.
700.
Big Vegas, Blair with the oh so pretty queen jack
3.8
suited.
Is that right?
Less than that.
It's a really interesting seat too. Look at, he's got both players covered. He's going to grip and rip. Seidel put to the test. Is this hand good enough to call off with?
Painful
Ugh.
to fold the king jack suited at under 20 bigs, but he's got to do it.
That was a good hand.
Yes, it is. Really good hand by Erik Blair. Queen 9 suited now.
Not a bad one for Furuse.
In the form of the ace king. We all know what comes next.
Erik, the Steelers.
They're beating
Are
up
you a
on
Steelers
there.
fan? We got a Steelers fan. I'm a Bills.
Oh.
Bills fan. Bills Mafia for my friend Dan Coleman.
What?
really
He
for
says
Hank.
for my friend. I thought it was for you for sure.
Brent Hank.
Instead, let's check in with Stephen Chidwick. What a mustache it is that Chidwick is rocking. How about this? 19 career U.S. Poker Open cashes, 17 final tables, 5 tournament titles, 1 series championship, $3.4 million in earnings. Oh, so impressive in Stephen Chidwick.
I changed.
Bills Mafia
love the
for his
Bills.
friend,
Yeah.
I love Allen.
Dan Coleman.
Yeah, but Blair corrected him and
Yeah,
said
I
it's
said,
Brendan.
no,
He
it's-
thought Coleman. I was Dan Coleman in the booth.
Oh, I thought the Coleman thing was completely separate, but did he actually think you were Coleman?
Does he think that it's been Dan Coleman back here this whole time?
Quite the return to poker for Coleman. And Furuse jams with the 4, Seidel with the ace-jack suited, and here we go.
Good luck, guys.
We'll flip for it. They're pretty equal in stacks.
May the luckiest win. Wow, counter jinx, counter jinx. Look at this, they both stand up. Wow, that's crazy. I stand up too. Let's go.
Nacho's
stand-up
up.
game. We play
I'll
stand-up game
stand
now,
up,
guys.
too.
I'm getting up.
Yep.
Everybody
Okay,
stand up.
person. We play stand-up game.
Everybody up for this one.
Yeah.
Crucial flip. 4
They
left.
trying to counter jinx them. So they're all in with the same amount of chips.
Thank you.
And one stand up and the other guy stand up instead straight away.
King 8-4.
Not
Furuse.
looking very good for
Flops a
Erik.
set.
Guys,
Seidel
Wait,
walking
you can
off. I
chop,
mean,
Erik.
it's
Wait,
not
wait,
totally
wait.
over.
You can chop.
He's just out.
He's out.
Erik, come.
Eric knows.
Very good, very good.
No, he just knows. Hard on the turn, though, would be cool. But he
What the
just
fuck?
knows.
He can chop so much. He's 10.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
Erik, you cannot chop
Yep.
anymore.
Okay,
just
see
knew.
Eric. Yeah.
Take care.
Eric
GG, bro.
Seidel out in 4th, $97,200. 97
Good
points in
fun,
the
Erik.
race
I had it.
for the U.S. Poker Open,
Did 5-4 that hand?
which
I
means he's
jack
got
tens,
110 in the series
Huge hand we
overall.
played to 3-bet pot.
I know the hand. Oh, you had a 10. Yeah. 10-8 for
I had 10.
10-8 5-5 or whatever. Yeah,
jack, I had jack
Respect that from the Poker Hall of Famer, not wasting any time, just running for the hills.
He's got to hop in the
Just me.
next event.
Just one big.
Why fucking Scheffler cannot fucking shoot like a 2? He has to fucking have.
Look at the leaderboard presented by Global Poker. It's a 3-horse race, everybody in the mix. What a roller coaster ride for Furuse. He's back at 4 million. Erik Blair in 2nd, Nacho Barbero in 1st. You want to stop in here real quick? Sure. Erik Seidel grabs a headset, puts the headset on. Erik, congratulations on a 4th place finish. Your thoughts overall?
congratulate me on 4th, Jeff. You already pissed me off yesterday.
I didn't mean anything. All right, thanks for the time, Erik. Jack 9-6. Open ender and 3 to the Royal for Nacho.
Kicking me out again? What?
Top pair for Erik. Congratulations again on the 4th place finish. I'm sorry, we got to get to this hand.
Screw
but
yourself,
thank you.
Jeff.
What? Okay. Thanks for the time.
It's
Erik
unbelievable.
Seidel.
You know,
nice of him to stop
we got
by.
a pot developing
Right.
here, but your treatment again towards Seidel is just uncalled for.
Blair check calls 500K. I'm sorry, we got to get to the action. Turn 4 clubs. I feel bad, but I got to navigate the show.
Truly sickening.
I'm sorry.
Hall of Famer. Nothing but class.
Check, check. And the river is the king of hearts.
Bingo.
Nacho, river's the stone colds. Now how much?
Very deliberate in these big spots with big hands. I would love to see Barbero emulate this whenever he's running a big bluff. I haven't noticed the timing tells. Every time it's been value. And this is a problem for Blair. Because he has Jack 10 exactly. 10 in his hand, it makes it more unlikely for Barbero to have this, right? Queen 10.
Goes for the pot size bet on the river.
Plenty of bluffs that we can beat. Hands like 10,
All
8,
in.
7, 8. Oh, no. Oh, dear.
You won.
The jam right into the nuts.
What about timing to turn into a bluff?
Oh.
Bad timing indeed for Erik Blair. And just like that, his day is done.
Just out of nowhere, turning it into a bluff, and he's got it in him. We talked about this spot exactly. Blair the type to pull the trigger.
He's out in 3rd for $124,200.
Unfortunate timing to have stepped right into the nuts. And just like that, we're heads up.
Thank you.
That heads up will feature Nacho Barbero taking on Kazome Furuse. His first week in the studio, and he gets to go heads up with Nacho for the title of event number 2. Nacho about a 70-30 edge here as we look at the leaderboard presented by Global Poker. He's got 9.5 million. Furuse with 4 million. Who wins this battle for the first place prize of 275K? Helps when you win twice at the PokerGO Cup.
10 seconds.
Burning through some time extensions here.
And you rarely see Seidel in the tank. Carefully analyzing and thinking it through.
Makes the right decision in the end, lays down the ace-king.
Do I owe?
Is there any sport Nacho does not fire on?
I don't think so, but I was looking at baseball futures a couple weeks ago, and the Dodgers were like a 2-to-1 favorite to win
Just to win the whole thing.
That's
insane.
insane.
That's how stacked they are.
Yeah.
Here we go, heads up for the title of event number 2 of the 2025 U.S. Poker Open. Jeff Platt alongside Brent Hanks. Nacho Barbero with the chip lead, but Brent Furuse looks for his first career tournament title. Wouldn't that be something if he acquired it here today?
Already a career best score for Furuse, and he's been impossible to eliminate. He's got his hands full with Nacho. Nacho has 70% of the chips in play.
That career score worth at least $172,800, about $100K difference between first and second. Heads up action, here we go. Still 75K, 150K, 150K big blind ante.
With heads up, just prepare to get weird and wacky. It's never easy to close it out.
250.
And immediately we start with a little bit of drama. Open-ender for Nacho. Middle pair for Furuse. That 10, of course, what a card that would be.
Instead, the turn brings another 8, trip 8s for Furuse.
We've seen this time and time again, that texture as played. Nacho just check calling. Would he ever consider leading? And he is reaching as the 8 pairs. He'll do this with a variety of draws. Whenever he does make trips, potentially even a jack or a 6. This time, he's dead to just exactly a 5 and a 5 only to win this pot.
Right.
Or at least they're going to put some more in right now. Makes it 900K.
No thought, just right into the muck for Nacho.
Nacho, an experienced player to say the least, 22 and 16 lifetime heads up. This is the first time Furuse has been heads up for a live tournament title.
Safe to say the underdog in the match.
Yes, indeed. Just his second event at the studio. The first one he cashed as well to kick off the US Poker Open. Yet no matter what happens, the winner of this heads-up match takes the overall series championship standings lead. Ace 3 twos. The Furuse heater continues. Comes for the check raise.
Didn't even really count it, just grabbed a pile of yellows and plopped it out there. Sizable raise.
Nacho just out, good lay down. Global Poker hosting the US Poker Open online. Be sure to fire. It's running now through April 20th. Could win that 5K prize package to fund your trip to Las Vegas. You can play PKOs, mystery bounties, turbos, deep stacks, globalpoker.com for the US Poker Open online. Raise and take it for Nacho.
Do you know anybody at all that truly doesn't like nachos? As a little
Nachos?
snack. Yeah.
Anyone doesn't
Have
like
you ever
nachos.
come across anyone that looks at nachos and
I don't
oh
think so.
no, not for me. I mean, unless they're one of those vegan types or whatever.
Can probably still have some form of nachos.
Vegan nachos probably
Yeah.
doesn't quite hit the same, but you know
Probably
what I'm
not.
saying.
Yeah, I gotcha.
You know, a true carnivore.
All in.
All in declared by Nacho, and boy, what a pretty one for Furuse.
4,000, 4,000, 244.
You know, it's
No. It's rare.
I've never come across anyone who just said, "Oh no,
Very
I'm
rare.
out." Yeah, don't like nachos. That's a lot like our guy Nacho Barbero.
Yeah.
Same name.
Yeah.
Everybody likes him.
Nacho. Love Nacho. Love having him here at the U.S. Poker Open. The day started with the elimination of David Peters, back-to-back. Sixth place finishes for him. Nick Schulman says his goodbye. He's very quick with taking the mic off when he's eliminated. Out in fifth. Seidel ran for the hills after just seeing the flop. That was enough for him. Out in fourth. And Erik Blair, bluff gone wrong, right into the Stone Colds, eliminated in third to set up this heads-up match.
A fine note from Jason, one of our mods here in the chat. Take a second, click the like button. That's the thumbs up. We
Yes,
love a little
please.
thumb job. Costs nothing and helps the channel out. It really does go a long ways. Just go ahead, like, subscribe.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Do it now. We're supposed to get 500 a day in order to continue these
Nice.
free broadcasts of the U.S. Poker Open. So I guess we got to hit 500.
Oh.
Those are the orders passed down.
They're 400.
$400K on the river.
Yeah, Furuse bet the flop, goes check, check, turn, and now just what looks like a little value on the river. That 400K with just jack high. See if Nacho can see through it.
Time extension.
Nacho thrives on his reading ability, his instincts.
10 seconds.
Did that little gulp of water suggest some nerves from Furuse? Yeah.
Does see through it, does make the call, does win the pot. Nicely done, Nacho. His last win
One time?
came last April. It's about a year ago that he won the 50K Super High Roller at EPT Monte Carlo for about 1.1 million.
get this feeling that we won't have a lot of conversation. I do love the presence, however, of the mallards.
Yeah, a lot of them here come to see us.
Nacho facing a variety of check raises. One more for Furuse. As we can see it, he's just always got it.
Yeah, Nacho folds there. Furuse back up to 5 million.
What happened now? New level after this?
No, yeah, last hand for this level.
Okay.
You're 75.
Oh.
It's 300. Cool.
Five, 4, 4. 5s and 4s for Furuse. Turn it, deuce of clubs.
Okay.
Nacho checks once more.
Okay.
River 3.
King high.
Furuse inches closer.
So 1-2 now?
Yeah, 1, 2, 2.
Lines up. 100K, 200K, 200K big blind ante.
Thank you.
As we look at the leaderboard, brought to you by Global Poker, pretty close. Nacho 7.7, Furuse at 5.7.
These jumps, too, really do favor that underdog.
Yeah.
As far as the variance is concerned. Variance going up as these stacks dwindle shorter and shorter. See if Nacho can try and put him away, or if Furuse make an all-time comeback. Remember, early on, he was down to what I called crumbs.
Twice.
Yeah, down to 5 bigs.
Twice.
Could not eliminate him. Now an opportunity to win the title.
10-7-6, 2 clubs.
$2.25.
Nacho not done with the 4-3.
He's got
Queen of
plans.
diamonds. Those plans could be ruined by, what do we say, turning top pair.
Well, they are certainly ruined now. Remember, Furuse raised it up to 600,000 with Queen Deuce. I would say he hit his miracle card because had he not paired up, likely would have checked over to Nacho,
Yeah.
who was going to bluff and take this pot away.
Instead, leading here for 1.3 and winning.
And, you know, this is just a fair statement from Davida in the chat.
What's up, Davida?
Does Jeff really think anyone wants to hear him speak and not Seidel? Jeff, if this is not a gag, you've made a massive
Davida,
mistake.
I had to get to the next hand. I mean, I'm hosting a television program. Don't mean to brag.
Yeah, we'll talk this over with the producers after the show and just see if we can get to the
Hey,
bottom of this.
I appreciated him joining us. I said just as much.
Bottom of this mistake.
I thought I was very
This
respectful.
Blunder by Jimmy Platinum here in the booth.
Jimmy
Meanwhile,
Platinum.
this heads-up match essentially even.
Kings for Nacho, gutters for both. Nacho check calls. Turn 4 of hearts.
I can't help but notice, Jeff, you're putting about 10 inches of meat in your mouth right now. What is?
It's a chomped turkey stick.
What is that? You're
chomped turkey stick.
You're sucking down there. Yeah.
I would normally turn the mic off when I open, but since you brought that comment up, I had to.
You're
jump
double
in.
fisting these 10 inchers, huh?
No, I just have one.
Yeah, you got one on deck.
Oh, jeez.
King.
And thank you, Connor. All he did was congratulate him on his 4th place finish. Erik was just mad. They're both humans. Quit acting like the commentator did something wrong. I appreciate that, Connor. Thank you.
I wouldn't say both human. I mean, Jeff, of course, yes, but Seidel, he's outer earthly, you know, the cyborg.
I love Seidel. We get along very well.
You clearly don't love him as much as I do, the way you treated him. Thank God you don't talk to me that way.
Furuse makes it 600K. Nacho calls 7-5.
Any two will do.
King 3 deuce.
Despite kicking this party off, Furuse comes with the check on that texture.
And then Nacho turns a 5.
Right. I don't know if Furuse's plan was to check raise if Nacho got busy on the flop, or if he was just shutting it down, it seems as though he's just sort of shutting it down, mixing it up, picking his spots. Never know with this guy. Who knows? Maybe now, thinking about pouncing. Nacho back up, a little bit more than 8 million. This is right where we started heads up play, give or take. Speaking of sausage sticks, QR code right there, scan it.
That was good.
It's amazing, right? So we're just giving away at least one seat.
Yeah, he's missing the blind. Oh, he's here.
Playing the PGT Championship.
I didn't see
right?
it.
It's like trying to play in the
Thank you. I had the best hand.
the Masters for golf. That doesn't happen. Those opportunities don't exist.
It's remarkable. You could just be playing with the best of the best for a $1 million prize pool. Pretty sick. Nines and deuces for Nacho. Furuse takes the lead. Check calls 500K. River Queen.
Check.
Quickly goes check, check. Nacho's not going to love to see that one.
Daniel in the chat, can you play global poker from the U.S.? Yes, you absolutely can. In fact, I think you can only play global poker from the U.S. U.S. Poker Open Online Series happening every day through April 20th. You can win a 5K package to Las Vegas as part of that promotion. Get in there, check it out.
Rates. 5.
Painting, I'm kind of curious, when was the first time you guys worked together? Was it Hustler? No, it was not. We auditioned together, actually. Or I auditioned, or I don't know if that was an audition for you.
I think it was. I think it was a setup.
Ah.
Yeah.
I think first
was that
time
2017?
2018.
2018?
First time other than that would have been Break Desk at the Poker Masters alongside our friend Maria Ho, who will be joining us tomorrow. Way to bring it full circle, Fainting Goat. Thank you.
Maria joining us. Cannot wait for that. And then it's just Maria and I solo on the 12th.
Oh, boy.
And then you're back on the 14th.
Yep.
To finish things off. Do we have Maria on the 14th as well?
I don't think so,
No?
but I'm not sure. Maybe we can convince her to stick around.
Yeah.
You see that comment from Scooby?
Scooby says, just reran the whole Seidel exchange. Please tell me that was a gag and Platt was not seriously treating him that badly.
I didn't treat him badly. I welcomed him in. I congratulated him on his 4th place finish.
I got to tell you, I don't think it came off great for you. And
You don't
also,
think it
you
was
did the
genuine?
same thing during event number 1.
Well, I had
when
to
he
get on
stepped
to
in
the rest
there.
of the show.
I just think
I
maybe,
appreciated the time.
maybe we could treat Seidel with a little bit more respect.
Very
And this
respectful.
I'm not saying you were
1.6.
disrespectful. You certainly did not insult him.
Not sure
But
what
if
the
you
overbet
do
here.
that again tomorrow, he may assault you.
Oh, no.
And what an overbet this is by Nacho with 9-3 offsuit.
Furuse perhaps sensing something's up here.
So limped pot. Flop goes check, check. Nacho took off on the turn with a bet, and now 1.6 million on the river. Wow.
Does draw the fold. Has to feel good to get that one through if you're Nacho Barbero. Looks for his 23rd live tournament title. Chip denominations brought to you by Splash Sports. The purples are 25K as yellow bumblebees 100,000 apiece.
Massive flop for Nacho.
Pair in the flush draw. Up against ace high.
And Furuse was trying to set the trap pre-flop, just limped in on the button with the ace-queen. Nacho didn't take the bait, and here we are.
River another deuce.
Seven. With a flush draw.
No.
Big fucking hand.
Big hand indeed.
Good check.
Thank you.
I was not folding, I think.
Nacho extends his lead.
Maybe.
Morning.
All of it, the ace-5 suited.
Yeah, just the
Winner.
pile driver. Shy at 30 bigs. We are oh so close to that 500 likes, the thumbs up button you see
Nice.
on your screen on YouTube. We have to get to 500, or guess what? The free stream, the live stream tomorrow, canceled. Maria
Oh,
Ho,
no.
who's supposed to join us, that will not happen. So we have to get to 500. If you're just joining, or if you haven't done so already, start clicking that button. Thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel as well. You support us. We support you. more content.
Seems fair.
Speaking of
Furuse.
support,
Two
not bad
jacks.
for Furuse
Four to
and his
fan.
jacks. Yeah.
500.
All in.
All in.
And Nacho shoves, and here we go. Furuse in fantastic shape to take the lead here. Nacho looks to get there to win the title. $11.4 million in the middle. Nacho would be down to about 10 bigs if he lost this one. Queen, 7, 4, couple spades, couple backdoor draws available for Barbero. But for now, looks for an ace. Doesn't find it on the turn. If he finds it on the river, this tournament is over. But the river is a 10, and Furuse takes a commanding chip lead in this heads-up match.
Okay.
What a turn of events. Furuse now so close to his first ever title. A career day for him in the makings. This is already his largest ever cash. It's a dream come true. 10 more blinds away. If he can get the rest of those chips from Nacho, that golden eagle on the table is all his.
He finished in 16th in event 1. Can he find a way to win his first live tournament title here in event number 2?
For Nacho, it's just stay calm, poised. Remember, these stacks are very shallow. That 10 blinds, you can spin it up in a heartbeat and jump back into this thing. And what a start already now with ace-queen.
Just queen deuce, though, for Furuse. Brian in the chat, sorry, Mr. Barbero, it's just Nacho Day. Nice.
Well played. Yeah.
400.
Min race here with the Jack-7. That is met with a jam. A little bit of momentum building for Nacho. Time extension used.
Wait, hold on, is he thinking about calling with Jack-7?
Be awfully surprised.
Oh.
Does lay it down.
Never easy to win these
Yeah.
things. Here comes the Nacho comeback. Nacho Daddy. You remember that restaurant? Is that still a thing?
Yeah, it's still there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Players and viewers, lines are up, 25, 5, and 5. This is the double level, so we're playing this for the next hour. 25-5-5.
Furuse finished 4th at the 10K 6-max at the win last July. That was good for about 81K. He's well eclipsed that score today as we look at the payouts presented by Octopi Poker. He's guaranteed himself at least $172,800, but in line, no so close to that 275K first place prize.
20.
Rips it in here. I believe Nacho snapped it off. He did with a pair of 6s.
Are you kidding?
And Nacho, the 2-to-1 favorite to double up. $5.2 million in the middle. Nacho looks to get back to more than 25 bigs.
Gets it in great.
Ten deuce 5. The 5 now live for Furuse. It's just rhyming. Just don't mean to brag. Looks for a king or a 5. It's a 9 on the turn. A king or a 5 ends it. River card is a 7. And Barbero is back up to more than 5 million in chips.
Barbero says, not so fast, my friend.
Nice.
Shout out Lee Corso. Also, Carl Spackler with the great dynamite drop in here in our YouTube chat.
Yeah? What do you say?
Nacho so fast, my friend.
Oh.
Big gulp there from Furuse. I think he's feeling it now.
Yeah.
The pressure.
Little pressure, especially when you build such a big lead and then the guy starts to come back. And
The emotional swings. And that's heads up poker to a T. You're forced into action every hand. There's so much volatility.
$900.
900.
Nacho makes it 900. Raising with the good, raising with the bad. 6 deuce. You want to give us some event 3 updates?
You know,
that would be cool.
I would love to do that.
That would be so nice.
PGT.com, live reporting, event number 3.
Okay.
Up over 80 entrants, current chip leader. Stephen Chidwick.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Also inside the top 10, Jeremy Becker, Shannon Shore, David Coleman, and Francis Anderson. Final table event number 1. Made a run.
3 straight cashes.
Yeah.
J-Beck's out there firing, huh?
He's out there.
No chance he torches that stack, right?
Well.
Pretty good chance.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Oh, good fold.
Good fold. Whoa. Nice fold.
Okay.
One hand.
One it is.
One it is. One hand left in this level. That hand for Nacho, the king deuce. That hand for Furuse, the jack deuce. Pops a pair of jacks. Nacho, the open ender. Nacho bets 300K. Lisa makes the call. Turn brings another queen.
No, I'm a personal talker, but I'll be right there. I'll be there in just 1 minute.
$1.1.
Nacho fires once more, this time 1.1 million.
It's a really tough spot for Furuse. If you call, you worry about the all-in on the river from Nacho. You could just be dead here. He's thinking about making his stand. I don't like anything outside of just call or, of course, potentially a fold. An all-in really doesn't accomplish anything. Yes, you would win the pot, as we can see. But you're only getting called by better. You fold out everything else that's bluffing.
We'll owe a time extension for an additional 30 seconds to act.
He is going to call.
Does make the call.
So he's decided to buckle up, hang on for the ride. This is a huge river.
3.4 million in the middle. And the river is a 9. Nacho makes the straight.
It is good to be Nacho. Just gets there. I think he was going to bluff it off no matter what. Now he's got all the value.
Time extension.
1.6.
How much? 1.6, about half pot.
And if Furuse was uncertain on the turn, now I would imagine this is at least an easier card for him to get away.
Yeah, tough to find too many bluffs here.
Have to be a hand like 9-10, some sort of
That's a
9x,
cool one.
turning its hand into a bluff.
Yeah, ace 9. Does find the fold, and Nacho Barbero regains the chip lead.
He does, but listen, every decision was correct there by Furuse.
Sure.
He called when he was ahead, and he folded when he was behind correctly.
So now it's what? 250?
125, 250.
Sometimes this game is not fair. You can make all the right decisions and not reap the rewards. Just got to hang in there.
Estelita de vuelta.
Furuse trying to claim that first title ever in his young career.
Bad car.
Yeah.
You got the jack?
Jack, yeah.
A blank would have been really interesting on both sides.
I think he was ready for it. You don't call turn there unless you're ready for the river.
Sure.
And on a blank, I think he was ready. But you never know. It's easier said than done.
Right. Blinds up to 125K, 250K with a 250K big blind ante. It means there's just a little more than 50 bigs on the table.
Yeah, we're coming down to the wire. Inevitable that this thing has to close out soon. There's just not enough chips in play. High for Nacho. He might think that it's good, but can also consider bluffing this card to try and fold out any of the 9s or 10s.
King high.
9.
Oh, nice hand.
Slight chip lead for Nacho. It's not going to take much for these stacks to get in free.
Right. Eights for Nacho.
You see, I pay you one time with the king high, you don't pay me anything. 250, right?
From 108 down to 2. We're down to 1. That first place finisher wins more than $275,000.
And they become the outright leader.
Indeed.
here at the U.S. Poker Open on that leaderboard.
And the second place finisher will be in second, right above Kristen Foxen.
Sorry.
Queen's in the straight draw, Jack's in the straight draw. River is a king, low end of the straight there for Nacho.
He's probably not giving Furuse too many aces.
Straight.
Considering he just limped in pre on the button. Now, he is known to limp heavy. We saw it with ace-queen earlier, but that was a little different, dynamics-wise, in the match. A little more separation for Nacho, up to 8.5 million.
Oh, okay.
All in.
All of it with the ace deuce, winner. Well, if you think today's exciting, just wait for tomorrow. 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific time, final table coverage.
Well, yeah, we got Maria with us.
Event number 3, 10K buy-in. Maria Ho joins us in the booth. Can't wait for that. We haven't done this before, the three of us.
I don't believe we have. First time.
At the high.
Who do you really want at tomorrow's final table? Leave that up to the chat, too.
Yeah.
There's one person absolutely must watch at the final table. I mean, I know who I want.
Yeah, I would want Negreanu.
I'm going Negreanu first, and I'm going to put, you know what? I'm going to put Chrissy Foxen and Negreanu on the same tier. That's who I want.
That. Becker would be entertaining, I must admit.
10 seconds.
10-7 off, coming in for the raise. Queen 7-6, sevens for Furuse. Sixes for Nacho, who has 3 PGT titles, none at a PGT Majors series.
Furuse has been very active whenever Nacho limps the button.
Yeah.
Obviously here he raised it up to 700,000. Flops better than Nacho.
Turn 4. Straight draw arrives for Nacho.
dangerous spot. Nacho might think that his sixes are just good as well. Look at this little baby bet.
500.
500K.
500K.
Same bet on the flop. 500K. 500K again now on the turn.
And it is called. Tens and sevens now for Furuse.
Holding.
All in.
And he jams.
Wow. I mean, Nacho is very confused. Like, does this guy have a monster? He does.
Very quick jam.
He beat some bluffs. Miss spades, hands like ace jack, ace king.
10 seconds.
Does find the fold. And we're just about all square
Yeah,
once
we
more.
are.
Furuse the slight lead.
Good hand. 8-9. 8-9 river.
Too big.
What?
Too big.
Too big? Queen, queen?
We're running out of stack depth, but I'd love to see Nacho mix in those limps on the button with his premiums as well, knowing how aggro Furuse has been out of position.
Rates.
What's that sizing? 2.2 million.
Says let's just
Let's
get it in.
Yeah, let's dance.
Oh, sorry.
Nacho limps in with the 10-9. Furuse says the 4 juice off.
Check.
Checks this time. Queen 9-5.
Check.
King Queen. Makes it 500.
500. Call.
Nacho quickly calls with the 6-3 off. Just flop a 6.
Check.
Furuse has the queen of diamonds.
Check.
And he has an open ender as well.
He's got all the outs in the deck.
Check.
Any king, queen, 9, ace, any diamond.
That's 400K. There's the call. And there's the 3 of diamonds. While Nacho rivers 2 pair, it's a flush for Furuse.
Disastrous card for Nacho. Is he thinking about leading out with it? Bit of a blocker bet, yeah.
It's 400,000 that's quickly called. And Furuse extends his lead.
Oh, he's frustrated. Yeah.
Nacho Barbero.
He's tired. He's frustrated. He doesn't have any more bets to follow. The Masters coverage is over. The soccer games are finished. Disaster.
What do you do now if you're Nacho Barbero? You trail Kazome Furuse. 8.4 million to 5 million. This leaderboard presented by Global Poker. Still plenty.
I mean, he's fine, right? Yeah. He can take control of this match if he can find a double up. Easier said than done.
Comes in with the 9-6 off. Furuse checks the 10-6. Seven deuce.
He's really just, he's got a nickel dime a lot of these pots too.
Yeah.
What?
250.
If he can pick this one up, it's nice. They all add up. Look at her.
Oh, not going to pick this one up just yet.
He's just, he feels like something's up. He's right. Thought maybe a check raise instead just calls, but it's Nacho now connecting.
Turning the 9. Furuse turns a straight draw. River another 7. 7's full for Nacho. And this bluff attempt will not get through. 700K is snapped off.
That's good.
We're just about back to even once more.
That's massive. That one little hand will emotionally reset Nacho. Now he's back to, I'm going to win this thing. No longer frustrated.
What a roller coaster ride for both. Furuse maintains the slight edge. All under the watchful eye of the Golden Eagle. Now Ace King. Nacho with the King Jack suited.
All in.
And jams.
Oh,
and here we go.
Snap call.
Snap call indeed with the Ace King.
I have a good feeling though about this one.
Nacho's got a good feeling. If he does find a way, Furuse is down to less than 3 big blinds.
What a battle this has been.
If the Ace King holds, this tournament is over. Bad start for Nacho, 7-3 deuce, no spades. Relegates him to search for a jack and a jack only.
Up on his feet.
Does not find the jack on the turn. Furuse 1 card away. Is it Furuse's first live tournament title? It is.
I think you have more. How much you have?
How's that for your first victory? Coming inside the PokerGO Studio.
You have more.
winning at a final table that includes current and future Poker Hall of Famers. He's our Event 2 champion.
He doesn't know it yet. It hasn't sunk in. He will in a moment. Once he sees he's got Nacho covered, but what a roller coaster. What a ride. And there it is. Condolences, runner-up Nacho. Always a pleasure.
$172,800 for him, 173 points in the race for the U.S. Poker Open Series Championship. A very respectful champion goes over to shake his hand and sees his name on the top of this final results page presented by Global Poker. That is an unreal performance. His first week at the studio, he cashes in event number 1 and he wins event number 2 for more than $275,000. He told us before play it was an honor for him to be here and to compete against the greats that he's watched for so many years. You didn't just compete against them, you beat them all for your first PGT title and your first live tournament title.
I love this.
It's almost a pure relief. Have a seat, take a bow. The title is yours at event 2 of the US Poker Open, and also you lead in the series standings in the race for that Golden Eagle and the series championship. For our entire crew, for Brent Hanks, I'm Jeff Platt. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time at the US Poker Open. Good night.